On the right, hello, stargazers. Welcome in. Oh, this one's a little bit, a little too intense to talk over. And on a sec. Go to the next one. There we go. Sure, you know what? Fine. There we go. How is everybody doing? Hello. Welcome in. Hello, Johnny Virgil. Hello, Siam Zero. Hello, MG. Hello, Kisakai. Hello, Bushmaster. Hello, KLMX. Hello, Janu. Hello, Wuston Fish. Hello, Lilith. Hello, Zangetsu. Thank you for the pin. Hello, Babylon. Hello, Silence. Hello, Eritane. Hello, Stockler. Welcome in. No sad chatter. What? How did you enjoy the new friends in the burst? Oh, we're gonna have to do something about that. Also, hello, Bloodsuli. Welcome in. Oh my gosh. Do I sound okay? What, is everything... I think I have everything set correctly. Audio's working. Volume should be correct. Yeah, we're fine, right? Okay, alright, just making sure. There are times that I do mess up the volume or we're just completely disconnected, so you know. You never know sometimes. You can never be entirely too sure, right? Alright. Oh, man. I don't know if you guys have heard about the, DJ has his volume set to max. Maybe. Very possible. Oh my gosh, the most irritating thing is when I'm doing a recording for something, like, when I'm doing an evergreen content, and it's something I can't repeat, like, let's say roll of the day, right? And I don't realize that my volume is set to max. And it's so annoying because there's no way to fix it. It just sounds like distorted audio, and I hate that. Chat, she's seen the false Scotty dystopian what if future, you're not surviving. Ugh. I was given, not operator records, I was given, profile stuff. You mean the good ending? Oh, shush. No, I don't know any IS3 stuff, no. No, I just had, what do you call it? Files. Just files. Yeah, there we go. Hello, Uncreative. Welcome in. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not too keen on that idea. I'm not the biggest fan of that. Oh boy. Hello. Yeah, what was I gonna say? Oh, I don't know if you guys have heard, if you're not in the streaming space, you may or may not know, so I just want to give you a heads up. There was a little bit of an update that apparently Stream Elements is having some issues, with funding their service. So no streamer really knows what that's going to look like right now. It could mean that it goes subscription, it could mean that they shut down, it could mean they get sold to somebody else. I'm not really sure what's going to happen. No one is actually sure what's going to happen. But the more important point of that is, there is a possibility that I potentially stop multi-streaming. I don't want to stop multi-streaming. I would like to keep doing exactly what I'm doing and the way I'm doing it. But I just want to let people know on Twitch that there could be a potential of that in the future. I don't entirely know. I know that there's people who really like to use Twitch, so I don't want to make that choice. But I wanted to let people know in case something happens. Eritane, you just made me realize that that also means that I would have to potentially redo all my commands. I hate this. So no one actually knows, like, what's going to happen, and it affects, like, nearly every streamer. who uses this for chat overlays, commands, multi-streaming, everything. So nobody really knows what's going to happen. But I just wanted to give people the heads up that there is a potential future in which things change. And I have no control over any of it. Yeah, so it's a pretty bad problem. Yeah. I want to let you guys know that. Lots of corpo tubers just started multi-streaming and they want to mess it up now. I know, right? Our eternal enemy is facing a crisis. Oh my gosh. I know that we have some very, very, dedicated viewers on Twitch, like Bloodsuli and Uncreative. I very, very much appreciate you guys, and I don't want to have to change anything, but if there is a potential where multi-streaming becomes extremely difficult, or is a big barrier to entry, then I might have to make changes. I don't know yet. But if you want to be on YouTube, on the YouTube side, if you ever decide that that's an alternative that you would like, the option is always open to you. So I just wanted to say that. So I appreciate you guys a lot. I don't really know what's going to happen in the future, and this is not just something that affects me. This pretty much affects every streamer. Pretty much every streamer. I know there's some people who use alternatives. There's people who try to use something like Atom or Streamlabs. They all have their big pros and cons. It's weird. It's a lot of weird stuff. But yeah, that's kind of the deal. Oh my god. Arknight, thank you very much for subscribing. Thank you, thank you. Also, hello, welcome in. I hope you're doing well. Hello. Oh, goodness. Time will tell. Exactly, time will tell. I really don't know what is going to be the case. But I wanted to give you guys a heads up, because you're probably going to hear about it. It's going to be something that a lot of online people eventually are going to be... You're going to hear it at some point in some sphere, so... Just wanted to let you guys know. Hopefully it won't affect us too badly. Here's hoping, anyway. But, with that all being said... This is the good news, by the way. The bad news is more fish. I don't really think that it's a good news. I would say it's more like a bad news and then a worse news. How about that? A bad news and then a badder news. Alright. Alright. Let's, this is perfectly wrapping up, so let's switch over. Because the next thing that we are going to do is we are going to start off stream with the trailers and stuff that we were going to do last stream. So we're going to pause this, and we are going to go to our main scene here, and we're going to watch through the trailer, the animation, and then we will start with some operator records. Does that sound good? Hopefully that sounds good with you guys. Alright, we will jump in here. Make sure I set everything up correctly. Alright. Make sure this is working. Boom. Okay. Alright. Let's see here. Undertide's trailer. Here we go. Hunter loses their home, and they are nothing at all. Not for the fact one of us can break free of the past. If there comes a day and your home is found... Hunters walking on Seacoast Way. It's definitely fast. Yes. Oh! Did not know that this is where Akafuyu was from. Okay. That is so wild to me that it was this event. Follow me back to our eternal hometown? No, no thank you. I don't think I will. Goodness. Gift of the Deep Ones? Why is that what they're calling it? Alright then. Okay. Connect this. Fair. It's kind of funny because that would have been a different fire scarf. Okay. Spot! That's fair! Iberian Resort Town. How can it be a resort town if it's all ruins? Well, that's a very sweet message on the end there. Okay. Interesting. Okay. Oh my gosh. That one had a lot in it. I feel like that one had more than the average trailer, unless I'm just like more thrown by the themes. I don't know. Fishies wrote the message. Shush. We couldn't be here without you, said the fish that are trying to convert. That wasn't the fish. That wasn't the fish. Shush. That wasn't the fish. Oh my gosh. I see Earth Spirit, I'm happy. There you go. It's a CN anniversary trailer, those are always bigger. Okay, that makes sense. I'm so thrown that this was the event that released Calcit. That is wild to me. That is absolutely wild to me. Hypergriff is one of us. Oh, shush. I'm pretty sure a name like Hypergriff has nothing to do with fish. Alright. And then I think the next one is, much shorter, so I'm just gonna pause it ahead of time so that it gets the title out of the way. Oh, hail Hyperfish! Clearly the fish is so problematic, Cal had to interfere. I mean, fair enough, I guess. And Griff always seems very thankful to the community. I'm really glad. That's so wholesome, genuinely. I really, really like that. Alright. Let's see if I can get in the second one, and then I have to try to... Okay, don't stop it. Just pause it. Okay. Alright, I just want this thing to go away. Alright, perfect. Thank you. Okay. So this is the animation PV. These are always... I always appreciate how much work goes into these, you know? Alright.
私の罪、呼び声が耳元でこだまする。さすらいの歌い手は領有を追い海辺へ至る。今は敷地の呪縛。開口の果てに明かされた真実とは。アークナイツサイドストーリー定石の下。狩人一人。
it's much quieter than I thought it would be. Alright then. Okay then, I always love seeing the animation, because the amount of work that goes into that is just so wild to me, you know? There's just so much that goes into that. It's so beautifully done. Gosh. How could a girl with such a beautiful voice, evil? Oh, shush. I told you her JP voice is extremely gentle. Yeah, but that's... Okay, fair enough. Oh my gosh. And literally, as soon as we did that, Twitch started going crazy. Also, hello, Boston. Welcome in, welcome in. She's so kind, she just wants to share it with you. No, thank you. No, thank you. Oh my gosh. The fish are always the good option? No. Also, I need to- alright. Thank you, Saribot. Good job, Saribot. And hello, Boston. I hope you were doing well. Alright. Alright. That is still really cool. I love seeing the 2D animation work. She's not giving you a choice, though! Ugh! I'm not gonna follow her, sorry! I like this outfit. It's a very nice outfit, but regular Scotty would be a better choice, I think. Alright. Okay. We're gonna and we're gonna do this. We're gonna minimize this, and then thank you, Janu, as always, for helping us with the records. Alright. We'll minimize this one. We'll go here. Okay. There we go. Playing Arknights today, or just trailers? We're gonna be going through operator records and vignettes. Alright. You sure keeping the enemy next to you, Star? This is not alt! This is just, it's just the outfit! It's just the outfit! Hush! No, it's just the outfit! It's just the outfit! Okay. You liar, she told me. I forget, when we were doing the operator records after Neural events, did we have the Neural plush on screen or not? I genuinely can't remember anymore. Gotta go, just know we're always accepting new members, no thanks. Alright. I can't remember now if in the Near Light operator records we had the plushie on screen or not. Do you guys remember? Alright. First up is Spectre. Okay. We go shark, swordfish, frog, turn. Alright. We'll go with shark. Alright. Short visit is over. I'm still in our cabin in the mountains. Internet's not the best here. See you on Monday. Alright, thank you, Wilston Fish. I appreciate it. I'm glad that you got to see the videos at least. Have a fantastic time in your cabin. I hope you enjoy it. Get relaxation. All the fun things. You're playing Morimens? Oh, okay. I have a friend who tried Morimens for a bit. I don't know if she's stuck with it though, but that sounds really cool. Plushie, we're with you on the Oprex? Okay, we'll keep Plushie then. Thank you, Siam Zero. I genuinely could not remember. Alright. Since we are switching to reading, we are gonna turn the alerts off, which also means that I won't be reading chat for a minute. Okay. Alrighty. Okay then. Okay. I, namely I, A long-awaited, yet all too brief reuniting, and a torrent of words her mind wants to speak. She wants to relay all that she can. Okay. The scent. Fluid without the scent of seawater. Foul nutritional fluid or completely scentless distilled water. It maddens, drives mad. The noise. There is no singing. There is no dancing. Only an endless, drawn-out clamoring remains. A horrific murmur, bringing craze. It's not all like that. Sometimes, in the momentarily returned quiet, there are voices to hear too. Clear voices. Is it I who hears them? Not for sure. How should I respond? Not important. This ragged, dilapidated body, here and now, lacks, beyond maintaining silence, any use. She's... Shark, no! Laurentina! Don't rush, Scotty. You're far more familiar with her past than I am. But as for her present, you do not necessarily know her more thoroughly than I do. I know you've been emotionally excited by the prospect of seeing one of your colleagues, but do not make contact with her. Her slumber is the product of tremendous effort. Shark of the Second. It really is you. You're still alive. I'm not the only abyssal hunter still alive. Of course you're not. What do you mean? I wandered dry land for so many years, and she was the first one I ever saw. Rhodes Island. Exactly how did you find her? A deal. Of no small cost, but thankfully enough for me to find out where the church hid her. When we brought her back, she still held the last of her clarity, but very rapidly fell into confusion. Shark, can you not hear my voice? You should still remember me. No matter if it's me with you, or you with me, there's still so much for us to talk about. But in her conversations with us, while her confusion hasn't relapsed, she only calls herself Spectre. Spectre? She wasn't called that before. She's an abyssal hunter, one of the fiercest, cruelest executioners of the Second. But she is presently Spectre, infected, has fled the Church of the Deep, and proclaims herself Spectre. Scotty, no matter her past, in her final waking moments, this is all as she told me. As to her capacity as an abyssal hunter, she mentioned not even a word. Why? Shark. No, Spectre. She was taken away by a church on the land. They must have carried out so many cruel experiments on her. They wanted to learn the secrets. Spectre's secrets. The abyssal hunter's secrets. And you... Isn't that your reason too? You know this is no easy topic, but exactly as per my attitude regarding you, the abyssal hunter's secrets are in no way the ultimate truth I seek to learn. I regard Spectre the same way. She is first and foremost my patient, and then one of Rhodes Island's personnel. As for anything prior, anything she hasn't mentioned before, I have no need to investigate deeper. I want to ask, when she'll wake up. Keeping an empty nest only wastes time. That minuscule chance of a miracle is not something you'd be willing to stop in your own tracks for. We are sustaining her life. Her outlook is neutral. Whether or not she can recover entirely depends on her. Here on dry land, this is all we can accomplish. I'll come back. I want to meet her, speak with her, hear her singing. We've already been apart from our colleagues for far too long. Your and her callings, significances at Rhodes Island are not the same. But provided she awakens, Scotty, she should be able to address your and my confusions alike. I hope we won't have to wait too long. Somewhere outside Salviento. Are we still hanging back, Captain? That's Scotty. She won't not find the way. No harm in waiting. She's more familiar with Rhodes Island's other operators. I see now. All you need is to make a deal with Dame Calcit, and that's why she's the only one you got in touch with. But I've been stuck in there for ages. There's so much that can take the same answer and be done the same way. The situation is provisionally stable, but not completely secured. When the time comes, either myself or Scotty will be confirming whether we can take you back. I'm not withered enough to collapse before I make it to Rhodes Island. Yet. On that note, Captain, do you have any idea what kind of place it is? They don't even have auto-flush smart toilets. I know. So I'm not all in a hurry to get back to that landship. Scotty's got her worries to settle, and we can chit-chat over ours. Speak what you feel. Saying this now might be way, way too late, but I can't help but say it. Captain, relax. I haven't leaked anything about us to anyone. Not once, not ever. Those church idiots wanted to find our secrets. They tried prizing open my mouth, digging the words out from inside my throat. I wasn't willing. Then they went and thought to find any hint, whisper, indication from within my flesh, from inside my brain. But you've seen where that got them. They never got their wish. I saw, were this the past, I would have to honor you. But at present, no one has the qualifications to do it for you, to officially and formally assess your conduct. No, Captain, you have those qualifications. Let's go back to the past for just a bit. We both have the memories to talk the talk. Very well then. Shark, your judgment was proper. You protected our secrets with your life. Very well done. That soothes me. Nothing else from me, Captain. I suppose you got to know everything going on with me all by yourself. It's a stupidly drier tale than what you've dealt with. I just want to know, actually, if it's not you skittering everywhere by yourself, but rather us now. The Abyssal Hunters, back together again. What will we get up to then? My mission has never changed, but Shark, who are you now? Me? Those dry landers aboard Rhodes Island all say it, let alone Dame Calcit. Now even Scotty calls you Spectre. You have chosen to accept this identity and have had no need to continue being Shark. I'm still same as ever, Captain. I do something when I can do it. I have others to think about the rest for me. I'm Laurentina, I'm Shark, and I'm Spectre. Not a bad way to be. And is there nothing else? Captain, it's been so long since we saw each other. We've gone through so much. Why did it take so few words for us to become like we were before? But you never did care about much. Same then, same now. There is something, but you have no need to recall it. Something you want to know? What is it then? When were you captured? On dry land. I broke free of those monsters, chased up onto shore, and while I was totally spent, those spirits clasped me. So, you ultimately know nothing of the remaining hunters who were dragged to the bottom of the sea. Right. Everyone's scattered. Captain, if all that remains of the Abyssal Hunters are us three now. Even so, we are still Abyssal Hunters. Our blood leaves us no escape from it. That's true. I knew you'd say something like that. Believe me, I wouldn't run from my mission. Weird. Who in the hell's Scotty meeting for this long of a chat? Salviento's turned into a real wreck these days. Like there's anything to keep her here. It seems of the abyssal hunters who walk on dry land, she has changed the most, and undertaken more besides. Landwalker's emotions. It stuns me how accustomed she is to living out of water, and all the connections she's worked up. Utterly meaningless, but to you, it is not a way of life necessarily ruled out, Shark. I get it. If they can really figure out how to cure my case of bad mouth, I'll reconsider my lifestyle. But right now, my top priority is to reminisce, shoot the breeze. My weapon's duller than it was, my body's heavier than it used to be, and my reactions have slowed some too. If I'm going to be of real help to you, it'll take a bit more time. Forget it. Scotty's taking forever to come back anyway, so let's take a break. I'm dying to sing. Captain, who's going first? For all those mad, chaotic, inescapable days of pain, I would have gladly even given up my ability to fight, if only I could just sing. But in the end, shock and horror, that was the one thing I somehow couldn't do. It's been too long, years at this point. Does my throat still remember how to even hum? Let's try it and see. When she prayed, stars ceased to shimmer. And when she wept, the night let out a smile. Let's go. Captain, Spectre. Done with your conversation? Yes, it's all sorted. You and the Landwalkers find so much to talk about. What are you teaching them? Are you telling them the ocean's knowledge? Maybe passing on the dance and song? It's not important now. I didn't tell them any of that. You're lying. Scotty, you're lying to cover them. You care so much about them. I bet you've sung, or danced, or at least taught them how to scrounge up something edible from the shore, like what the Aegir of the sea would eat. Shark. I've been dying to report it to you, Captain. Scotty's changed massively. She keeps coming to my room, singing songs, telling stories. The uptight little idiot, laying the tragedy of that entire disaster all on herself. All because she fought the Aegir's miserable destiny head to head? I'm not. Let's go, Scotty. She spent too long not talking. She won't stop now. Of course, I've got so much more I want to say, but I can let you have the first word, Scotty. When I can't open my eyes or move my body, I can still hear your voice. You've asked me leagues of questions. Some of them are no longer important. Some truths have already been revealed. As for you, Spectre, I have thought of asking you before, but I should not expose those emotions to you. At least, right now I shouldn't. Not like it matters much. If you think of anything at all, talk to me. No holds barred, Scotty. But I recommended you do it before the dark descends once more. The spirits still have life. Yes? Spectre, did you just... Nothing major, just a god-awful old habit. Really? If those ideas that maddened you are polluting your thoughts once again, then we'll have to hurry back immediately. What use would hurrying back be? Medical systems on dry land do absolutely nothing for me. They keep me alive, and that's it. But regardless, pick up the pace. Shark, Scotty, are Our time is not so plentiful. Scotty, is this what you're thinking? 3 estranged, adrift old friends are back together again, but we get something so simple and perfunctory for it? No, I only wanted to confirm the actual situation. Actual. What's the point? Abyssal hunters only communicate what they need to know with each other. This is how we have always been, fundamentally. It started up again. Inside my head, within my spine, something stirring outwards. It hurts. It took so much to break out, and now I'm right back on the way to madness. What else can I even do in this hellish state? Do I have anything worth doing? Right. What can I get done? Fighting. Right. That's the one. Sawing a thing or two apart is what I'm best at. Something I can do no matter my state. Even if I fall into darkness once more, I can still rely on this. As proof of myself, I fight. So I am Spectre. I am Shark. I am Laurentina. There'll be those who remember me. Northern Iberia. If we go by Dame Calcit's plans, our support should be right here, right now. Misery. Was that the name? But I don't see one single person who looks like Rhodes Island. How'd this happen? Do you copy? Scotty, Spectre, Lady Gladia? We're here. I'm with Misery's squad. The fact that we made contact means we can't be far from each other. We're very sorry we didn't show up at the appointed position, but Rhodes Island's Iberia field team has run into some trouble. Dame Calcit isn't one to allow such error under her control. Undoubtedly, this accident was beyond our plans. There was an ambush, and we can't confirm the Rhodes Island's team's status. To borrow your words, it's one of those pains of dry land. Captain Misery says once it's sorted out, we'll rendezvous. How long will it take? 2 hours if we rush over. We're the closest to you. We're going to sit here and wait? Unacceptable. Captain, why don't we just... This is not an operation we have any choice in. I and Rhodes Island have not formally established cooperation yet. Yeah. Scotty, what do you think? How would the Rhodes Island operator and you take it? With the lift of a finger. Great minds think alike. Your attitudes towards the people on dry land have come to resemble each other. Then give it a go, Captain. Join in the fun. We've all got the same objective anyhow. If it gets us back to Rhodes Island sooner, what's the harm in helping a little along the way? Also, how long has it been since we last fought together? That battle just now could hardly scratch the itch. Even if... Fine. I can imagine facing off with land idiots won't take much effort. It probably wouldn't even leave the slightest wound. You two. Only one ever says what she has to, the other skirts and sidesteps, and never wants to say what's weighing on her mind. You suffocate me, both of you. Forget it. I'm making the call. Rhodes Island, heads up. We'll come and provide support. We'll clean up the battlefield faster that way. From what Dame Calcit told us, you 3 have been through a fierce battle. Are you going to jump straight into a new one? Ha, it's only a bit of a wake-up for us. She could never hold sway over our choices. And say what you like, our verdict's unanimous. I need to confirm, this is a sign you're willing to provide us assistance? It'll only be the lift of a finger. I have no interest in aiding any wave of landwalkers. I am even antipathic. However, nor will I have any guilt in destroying the other wave. Our stance is very clear, Rhodes Islanders. There's no time. The lure of the darkness, it encroaches step by step. Oh, sister, heed my command. Respond to my hope. Scatter the true essence of my mind forth. Stop! Spectre? It's happening again, you're... No. Don't you pity me. I'm not. I'm just worried. I know what you're afraid of, Scotty. The hourglass really is flowing far too fast. But I can still hold on. But forget any of that. We're the survivors. We've got so much we can take our time with. Talk about. It's not the time to talk about any of that. And besides, we're abyssal hunters, Scotty. Sharing our experiences may be exciting, but it's not quite the point. Just like before, abyssal hunters' communication comes through song and battle. That's the most important thing. Captain, you don't pay much mind in battle, do you? Right. If you say you're fine, I will not ask further. That's the ticket. Let's go. Let me fight sober once again. It's been long, this self-determined joy. Are you all right there, Spectre? You're already in terrible shape. Where are you going now? Where am I headed? Right. Before time's up, I still have to hand in that holiday assignment you arranged for me. Me? You had me receive those kindnesses for the Landwalker's Christmas, apart from a cut-and-bone dry gift. Don't tell me you weren't meaning for me to gain some other extra sentiments. I had no other motive. I just didn't want you to miss it. Ha, the others don't know what you used to be like, but me and the captain know who you really are. You've changed too much, Scotty. Your heart is much too soft. Even a Landwalker can warm it. That's why you tried to return the favor. Then what about you? You were snatched away by the church, and rescued by Rhodes Island, and now you've united with your colleagues once again. How do you look upon this dry land? Me? Aside from revulsion, contempt, and ridicule for those church plankton worshipping the sea, I've never had much serious talk with the people of Rhodes Island. You know, they have no idea how to take in what I say, and they'd never understand Aegir life. They wouldn't have the first clue about the simple tools we use every day. Rhodes Island, in terms of living life, it's a pain in the ass. I won't argue that. But there are places where their hearts and ours might agree. Yes, vast creation's master, and the darkness spies on it all alike. It seeks, it coaxes, it will herein once again descend. Spectre, can you still walk? I don't have much time. Forget it. Let's drop it, Scotty. We talked enough on the way back, and I've still got a few things I need to see through. Also, those never met, or those Landwalkers I've only seen once, I guess I should meet them one last time in the end. If you need me to help, then... Don't bother. With two abyssal hunters walking side by side, how would those landbound asses not pitch themselves in awe? I'll leave the very last of my strength for the idiots of the land. However many I can meet, will be however many who can remember me. What's the goddamn point? In the end, it's like Dame Calcit says. It's only 'cause I'm needed that I'm still here, alive. Or maybe... Dame Calcit mentioned it, how I had those new friends. Friends? The land people? In any case, if I don't meet them in person, greet them directly, then I'll never know peace. Off I go. Yes, off you go. You'll wake once again, Spectre. I'll be there then. Don't beat yourself up so much, Scotty. Quit frowning. I've never blamed you, not even once. I know. I really do know. Smile. I've accepted how I'm powerless to wake up. It's about time you accept your own past and present. If I really do awaken again, when you see me, let's chat about the more interesting things in life. Yo, you guys are back early! Why'd you only call me? I thought the info Captain Gladia or Scotty brought back would be more important. That's stuff for after important. To Rhodes Island, getting you checked out and treated is more important at the moment. We deliberated on it, and that's the call. Of course, Calcit warned us about it 1,000,000 times, too. Don't you care about her? Calcit? That was her own decision. Besides, how do you know if she told me things would turn out this way? All these little schemes you landwalkers have really lose themselves in the details. Whoring. Majorly glad to see you with the gift of gab, Spectre. Misery told me how you 3 Abyssal Hunters helped a Rhodes Island field team out of a pinch. Me and Scotty are registered, after all, and the other one will be right on her way in to report. So, how do you feel? We need to run an evaluation on your combat strength. If you can hold on to your clear mind and run some combat and order against a team, we'll be real happy to draw you up some mission arrangements again. Your tests really are far too simple, then. What makes that bunch of goons worth 3 Abyssal Hunters taking them on at once? When we got there, Misery already saved the show, more or less. Dull like nothing else. I'd even take that damn mutant bishop. Shame it's already dead. It was I who personally returned it to the darkness. Such darkness. Darkness still behind me, pursuing me. Who could ever escape the thirst to be one again with we many? Spectre? You still holding up there? Not too well, but probably. Your nervous system's getting attacked hard, and quicker than I expected. Let's get your examination on the road now. No, I'll just be back on that bed in the end either way. I want to make use of this time. I still have my own things I want to do. Knew it. Calcit told me, don't force you to stop. She was able to figure your current state and choices. But still, Rhodes Island's got a few questions for you. Then you'll need to be quick. How much longer will you be awake? Couldn't say. My head's all hazy-daisy. I might have about 50% consciousness. Alright, hope we can get everything out of you with these statements, and Rhodes Island will do all we can to respect your wishes. Spectre, when you first came to Rhodes Island, you did not make it in time to convey the message you wanted. Do you intend on conveying it now? There's no need. Closure, is that what they call you? What I needed to convey, my colleagues have already come to learn. As for the leftovers, though, I won't allow those strains that the church pawns planted in my will to flower, to spread those obscenities to places farther, wider still. Alright, next up, Rhodes Island took you in for treatment, and then with great caution sent you into field combat. Do you consider... I know all that. It was my own choice to fight. Dame Calcit figured out that much, and I still need to give her a little thanks for that. The battlefield is a peaceful place. At times, the silent ruins are much quieter than all the medical equipment, constantly whirring away. If, Spectre, regarding recovery of your awareness, if we find a way to maintain your waking state to a certain degree, do you have any plans made for your future? Plans? I've long since had those ready. I was thinking about them on the trip back even. Why not invite the captain and Scotty to form a team of 3 with me? Go outside just for a spot of slaughter, and bully your useless land-dwelling punk idiots a little. Scotty says after so long walking on land, she can tell apart the good and the bad in your hearts. With the captain leading, we 3 are a complete army. For sure, if we consider what we know of the Abyssal Hunter's strength. However, I haven't told them any of that. Yes? Dame Calcit's warned me, and I've had inklings myself. The sanity is something that can't last for long. A 3-person team fails at the planning stage. My combat style is already totally unlike how it used to be. Rhodes Island. The tactics you currently chose for me seem to be the most optimal. Before we can find a way to treat you, forget it. All this dry land technology of yours could only ever give me occasional peace. The faults in my body, only I myself can sort them out. Anyone else? Hopeless. Hey, now, don't look like that, Closure. All I can do is remain at Rhodes Island. I count as one of you. When I want to hack someone apart, let me out to war, and it'll be a win for you, too. So, are you able to accept continued combat as a Rhodes Island operator? I told you, the battlefield is where I can find some peace and quiet inside my head. I can't work like I did as an Abyssal Hunter anymore, but aboard Rhodes Island, there are those who let me revel in the fighting front. So you mean to say, our commander gives you effective instruction? In fact, once I'm done with you, that is where I plan to go. We've never talked while I was awake. I've got a few things I need to explain, quickly. Rhodes Island's commander, the Doctor, is nothing like any of you. You can tell. When language can't reach, all the other senses become stronger as a result. If I want to continue fighting, I must still persist, but the spirit is not the same. The Church used crueler, more wicked means than all to utterly perturb her thought. Outside the true Laurentina reps Spectre. Laurentina and Spectre at the same time. It has taken time endless, but in the end, she chooses to accept it whole. The fact she no longer tears at her nun's clothing tells it all. I found you. Good day, Doctor. You're back safe. This is my first time talking to you awake. Yes, awake. I am still awake right now, but I am also somewhat fatigued. Relax, Doctor. You are already used to this sort of conversation with me. Now, you may understand me even better. What are you willing to tell me? Doctor, you have seen me before as I washed about, spoken with me. If there were words, then that you could not comprehend. Do not heed them. Those madnesses form, I am unable to sing, and I, the I of now, no longer have the voice for song. Doctor, I will sing you a song. All right. I must sing it, and then you have some kind of power. I believe, after you hear this, you may be able to understand. Doctor, I have met my colleague, commanded us to jointly resist that terrifying enemy, the darkness from within the ocean. She remains the same even now. But I am the name Shark, yet have become Spectre. Akin with Scotty, we carry the odor of dry land. We carry the scent Rhodes Island carries. Doctor, in the times I cannot maintain wakefulness, I cannot swim together with my captain. My body has been implanted with makings of dry land, and I am forced only to crawl across this world. I thirst to stand upon the battlefield, thirst to enter the sea, thirst to sing. You are the tactical commander. On the battlefield, you know the way in which I fight. Do not leave the... Okay? We're not okay. We're not okay. We're not okay. We're not okay. Why? Why are we not okay? Why? No, I can tell, I can see that. I don't even know if we're still live. What is happening? Oh my gosh. Shoot. Why? Why are we... Why? Why is the connection so bad? Oh dear. Are we still here? We're not really still here. Shoot. We're good? We're still here? We live just a lot of hiccups. Jeez. Oh, jeez. Why is it? I can see that things are not going well. I can see that things are not going well. Okay, I grabbed a replay buffer for at least the last 6 minutes, so hopefully... Why are we buffering? Jeez. I can't hear you. I can read what you're saying at least. It's being really finicky and I don't know why. I can see that it's being really finicky, I just don't know why it is. And why all of a sudden. Why does it have to be like this? Oh my gosh, I hate this. Why are we jumping around so much? What is wrong? So stupid. Alright. I don't know if there's anything that I can, I don't know if there's anything I can do about this, unfortunately. It's jumping from, like, no bars to full bars, and I don't know why. And there's nothing I can really do about it. Oh my gosh. We still have so many records to go, and this one's very long. Alright, maybe I'll try... see if this works. Shoot. Is it still misbehaving? Is it still misbehaving? Still alive? Thank you, Bloodstoolie. I appreciate it. Seems okay. Are we back? More or less stable, hopefully? We good? Okay. Goodness. Sorry about that. I don't know why it was freaking out so much. I could see it freaking out, so just say something if it still freaks out, I suppose. Still good. Okay. We continue then. Oh, jeez. Alright. Okay. You are the tactical commander. On the battlefield, you know the way in which I fight. Do not let me leave the battlefield for too long. That is my evidence that I live after others die. What should I do? Put even more danger upon my share. Then let me a little closer to the enemy. Do not worry, Doctor. I'll be more obedient on the battlefield than ever before. Do not fear my strength. Simply keep far from me what you do not want my saw to cut. Fundamentally, an abyssal hunter's battle needs no surplus communication. Worry not, Doctor. Break us in for a bit longer, and we will only become more familiar with each other. And the bindings of language will have no meaning at all to fighters like us. Should I trust you, Commander of Dry Land, to allow me to fight like an abyssal hunter? Allow me to fight more and more, so that my faint consciousness returns to these hands of mine, power overflowing, weapon in their grasp. All right. Observe, Doctor. I still have so many secrets, and I will be sure to tell them to you before you go to that place. But now, just what ought I do? Go on and sing, Spectre. Sing. Yes, sing. When she prayed, stars ceased to shimmer. Spectre seems utterly content with the scene before her. She breaks into a laugh and serenely laughs away. Humming those old mysterious refrains, a body on the waves leaves the Doctor's sight. And when she wept, the night let out a smile. This Spectre can sing. Spectre. And when she wept, the night let out a smile. Spectre. Laurentina, stand still. A colleague sent. Oh. Spectre, can you hear me speak? Spectre. Don't touch me. You have not undergone baptism. Return your filth to the ocean. The breath of dry land repels you, seduces you. I hear your call, the edge of the darkness. The hunter Scotty silently follows behind her, a distance left between them. Set in her walk forwards, Spectre does not heed her again. In spells, she mutters to herself, then sings out loud, fully complacent, reveling in her madness, and the tranquility within. Scotty thinks, at the very least, she once again knows how to sing. And as she lamented, the anguish sprawled upon her madness. And as she lamented, the anguish sprawled upon her madness. Well, there was a lot to that. What a jolly young woman. Goodness. We couldn't have had like 5 minutes of we couldn't have done our buffering problems now. Couldn't have waited until the end. No, just had to cause all the problems. Hopefully it doesn't affect the VOD. I have no idea if it does or not. We'll hope it doesn't. But I don't know, I mean, considering this one was not on YouTube's end, it might affect the VOD, I don't know. Stream shenanigans aside, how do you like Spectre? She's certainly mysterious. Huh. It's okay, the buffering problems happened during a Twitch ad break. It went on for quite a bit though, so probably longer than that. She's very mysterious. I feel that it is best to respect her. I trust that Calcit knows what she's doing. I trust that everybody kind of has enough of a hold on things. She's newbie. Well, I kind of feel the same way about newbie, right? Like, I trust she knows what he's doing, for the most part. I like how Closure was desperately trying to make sure her consent is informed. Shows important priorities. Yeah, that's true. Star, you forget how many mentally ill people we have on board. And I probably don't know the half of it. Oh goodness. That one was really long. Goodness. It's okay, Phantom will protect you. Phantom and Miss Christine, please. Goodness. I mean, Phantom has at least escaped his demons for the most part, right? You can make Spectre sing again by singing. The irony, right? The irony of different ways of song. The buffering issues did not help, no. Another showcase of Aegir arrogance and disdain for land dwellers. Yeah, no kidding. Or is he the demon? Ow. It's getting longer? I think this one just was probably really long compared to the others, but I don't know. I'm hoping we can get through them all today, we'll see. I don't know, kind of nervous about that, knowing how long this one was. Calling us land dwellers is crazy? Why is it crazy? The audacity to complain, we saved them! Alti was right. Oh my gosh. This one is the longest? Okay, I figured. You guys had this, like, charted out, so I assume that you know the scheduling. Remember what our previous oprec was about? Yeah, how could I forget? Suzerain was in it! How could I forget? Landlubber is the political correct term. I mean, wait. Land dweller, land lover, hello, Shangri-La La La. Welcome in, welcome in. Oh, goodness. Alright. So... Oh, Gladia, okay. Gladia's next. Land crab? No. That would be an insult. I mean, I guess not to Akafuyu, but, we're... No. Whatever Spectre was singing, it must have been in the music box she gave to Suzerain. Real? You think so? I mean, well, maybe it's the same song, but if it's a music box, it would just be the instrumentals, right? I think Suzu will lose her set. No! No! Spectre would not, like, intentionally cause issues onto others like that. The nautically correct her. There you go. I mean, it's probably the same song, just an instrumental version of it. She gave her a gift from the Abyssal Deep Sea. Yes, but I don't think that she would give anyone anything that would cause them harm, especially not a small child. Alright. Anyway. Okay. Okay, the way we always have to do this is so annoying, so you just go back, it only shows your squad, so you have to go home. Hello, and... Doctor. Okay. You also have a very soft voice, noted. Okay, swordfish. I'm afraid about whatever this automatic toilet is supposed to be. I hope there's no NVIDIA in the ocean. Goodness. Password swordfish. Alright. Okay. Whew. Speaking of disdain for land dwellers. Swordfish looks inside a spear. Well, it's kind of like, you know, the shape of the nose, I guess. Alright. Dehydration. Gladia is forced to adapt to all that a state of waterlessness brings. Oh dear. "5:18 p.m. Overcast. Primavera City, Iberia. In a certain chapel. Can we back here? Oh, how long has someone been at the pews? Ma'am, have you been sitting here this whole time? I passed by just a moment ago and I didn't see you. You were focused on this instrument, made of some type of plant tissue. You were using it to polish the floor. Do you mean my broom? Yes, I'm sweeping the floor right now. Please excuse me. I did not intend to disturb your work. After all, it seems you'll be busy for quite some time. No, it's okay. This doesn't really count as work. I'm just a layman, and I sometimes come help clean the chapel. I've never seen you before. Are you an Aegir too? Aegir? Your use of "two" may not be so accurate. I'm sorry, that's my misunderstanding then. I didn't mean to regard you as one of us. Physiologically, you're not mistaken. Oh, do you come from another city then? You might say so. I only arrived a few months ago. Your journey can't have been easy. It never is for us Aegir. It has definitely been exhausting. If you have any questions, just feel free to ask. Good. Since you are still willing to call yourselves Aegir, I do find something very curious. The nation you once belonged to had relentless cleaning devices. Not a speck of dust was allowed to settle on the streets. May I ask why you endure such a filthy, inefficient life now? None of us want to. The disaster 50 years ago changed Iberia. Iberia? No, I was not referring to this dry country. Then you mean all the Aegir settlements from before? I've only ever heard my grandpa mentioning them. Ma'am, those underwater cities are all abandoned now. They say they're incredibly dangerous, whether to us islanders or to Iberia. You listen to the birds. Though it only scratches the surface, you still carry a portion of Aegir knowledge and technology. Why would you consider yourself yet inferior to the barbarians of dry land? It's not to say we're inferior, but... Ma'am, it's best the Penal Battalion doesn't overhear this. It hasn't been easy for us to stay in this city, so near the blockade line... Cowardice and misgiving. In Aegir, with a child that posed such problems, the parents would be stripped by law of the chance to raise progeny. That sounds a little frightening. Is it frightening? It seems you've completely forgotten your own originating way of life. The dwellers of land have already assimilated you, whole. Living here in Iberia, acting too unlike for everyone else is a very risky thing. I comprehend your choice. Ma'am, you seem disappointed, in a way. Disappointment requires a hope before it. Perhaps this was not all you brought ashore, but clearly, searching will still require more time. Ma'am, I don't think I understand even half of what you're saying. I am not too familiar with this manner of communication yet. Your wording is also very strange. It reminds me a little of those reviews that people liked decades ago. Are those works of art no longer popular? How regrettable. I quite appreciated them. So you only intone like this because you like it. And you would not achieve rapid grasp of an unfamiliar language by way of audiovisual storage disks? We really couldn't. Understandable. And generally speaking, it's not because we're too stupid. Of course, there can be other explanations. Ma'am, if I offend you again, I apologize. You seem like you aren't well. Are you ill? Dry land pathogens would be hard-pressed to cause any harm to my bodily functions. As for emotional ailments, perhaps. After all, it's too dry here. I've only ever heard complaints that this season in Iberia is too moist. In any case, as long as you aren't sick, of course, if you feel unwell at all, you can seek help from the priests. Faith. You do not harbor faith in science nor technology, nor the nation itself, but invest your ideals in an impurity that lacks reliability. Of course, I've recently come to realize it's also an effective means to accomplish a mutual deception on the power of an informational asymmetry. It's possible you've misunderstood. I don't feel that illness can be cured just by thumbing through a holy book or listening to a sermon. You exceed expectations. Ma'am, you really do have a special sense of humor. What I wanted to say was, the people of the church are very giving, and they've even recently extended shelter to some sick. They and the sick are all Aegir alike. Apart from chatting with Aegirs such as you, the conduct of the church you speak of also constitutes my reason for coming here. Is that so? You came looking for someone ill? Supposing who I thought to seek really was here, then... Antonio, why does the window on the west have a big hole in it? A hole? It was broken about 10 minutes ago, all in a flash. I guessed it was the Pinal Battalion arresting someone. May I suggest to you something? Ma'am, what is it you want to say? Leave. Now. An armband? A battalion armband? You're from the battalion? It's no wonder you're so peculiar. I never even realized. Officer, thank you for letting me free. I'll leave right away. Remember to close the door. Not bad. The military organizations of dry land may appear ineffective, the soldiers' technology feeble and pitiful, but to those even weaker, deterrent power is still expressible. Moreover, I am very glad to see none of you have left. This will save me some minor time. The scent. Please come closer. You're not the Penal Battalion. What do you want? I had thought you would be capable of more kindly language. After all, when I saw how the technology you use was more complete than those runaways, I'd had a shred of hope for you. Technology? I do not understand what you speak of. Originium, this special energy source, both dangerous and with potential, does not exist on the seafloor. Curiosity in energy sources is not at all strange. No one on dry land has been able to reproduce Aegir's original form, and due to this, I have seen in this nation of Iberia a vast array of technologies composited with no concern for beauty whatsoever. However, you are unlike those runaways who force themselves to integrate into this dry country. You use Aegir technology to purify Originium, and undoubtedly harbor further plans. We help. Help through giving? Only the naive would believe it. They know not where all those sick ultimately disappear to, and I have found traces of Aegir technology on the bodies of those unfortunate experiments. You found them? It was in no way difficult. You aim to transform each and every body. Such technology requires dozens of procedures. And how far have your doings progressed? Perhaps the first procedure? Or the second? The runaways who fled ashore prior to that first contact could not have grasped these procedures. As for they have occupied the channel between the ocean and the land. If even I have no way to return, none of you could possibly emerge by normal means either. How have you, long used to walking on dry land, managed to sustain contact with the ocean? Or could it be, some have brought the filthiest trash of the sea ashore with them? Who are you? I'm fed up with this game of mutual identification. Such a cliché oughtn't be present in dry land's theater. Gladia weightlessly brandishes her lance. An alloy not known to land strikes stone brick at the speed the naked eye cannot perceive. With her at the center, the chapel's entire floor roars as it subsides. As I expected. Did you deliberately construct such an inferior experimentation site below a masquerade of a building, simply to trick the landwalker's gaze? Moreover, I'm astonished those petty tricks could actually win such outstanding results. I once again must reassess the grade of these land nations' organizations. This weapon of yours, and your strength, is this Originium Arts? Originium Arts? It couldn't be. You're... If you're the one the bishop spoke of, then you should have been gravely wounded several months ago. You know of what occurred 3 months ago on the seafloor? No. You've met someone else on the shore. Who was it that you met? The speed... Why were you unmoving before? I am tired of moving on dry land. If standing still will dispose of you shameful ambling trash, why should I waste the further energy? I do not know. We only guard. You may not destroy this place. Quite right. You are inferior, and there are limits to the faith you grasp. Then I can only change to a different topic. How many more individuals do you keep on dry land? How many more plots do you plot against Aegir? And why do you research artificial integration of Originium with Aegir bodies? The send. Don't waste the energy. Turning into sea terrors will only hasten your deaths. It couldn't... Perfect. I wanted you to die a little faster anyhow. So frail that a single sweep destroys you all. Ugh. This grip in my stomach is back again. Ever since I came ashore, it hasn't ceased. These morons that couldn't even turn fully into sea terrors. I see I'm suited only to slaughtering such prey here. And these Aegir who came ashore, they've all become indistinguishable from land dwellers. How long does it take from leaving the seawater to the last hint of moisture evaporating from the body? Whether this end or another, no matter which. No, I cannot. But... are there others who truly yet live? If there are, how much time must I spend before I can rescue them? Gladia senses her internal temperature still rapidly rising, just as it does on the surface of her body. Do not stop, you waste. Though I cannot return to Aegir. No, precisely because I cannot return for now. I must do this. Retrieve my hunter. Continue to fulfill my duty. Fight on without rest or pause. For Aegir. Who is it? Shrieks? I suggest you halt your attack. Though your strength is uncommon, I'm afraid no one can force me to halt. Once more, and this chapel will collapse. You don't pay mind to the penal battalion, but I guarantee you, not even you would want to catch the eye of Iberia's inquisitors. Landbird. This meaningless clashing will only slow your search for your comrades. Perhaps the nation of the sea floor can still wait. For the stranded hunters, there is no such guarantee. You know of Aegir! You even know our... 3 months, 7 days ago, fierce ocean-bound visions once again manifested in the seas south of Iberia. This information was rapidly curtailed by Iberia's government, but I had my own means to learn of it. You sought me intentionally, and perhaps you found this place too, like I did. You can so much as fully understand. I've been waiting for you, and waiting for a very long time. You've been sent ashore by an exceptional current, It may be extremely painful for you, but for us and Aegir, it is still a chance. You are not hostile, or else your revealing this information would have sufficed for me to take your life. You could do so, but there is no need for it. You have amply sensed that I and the sea have no connection, but in reality, between dry land and the ocean, no distance separates. The ocean in its pride may rarely notice the land, but the land cannot stand by as it sees disaster unfolding in the ocean. Since my coming here, you are the first to instill awe in me. You are very well aware this is not a place for conversation. Moreover, with how you've dragged your badly injured body to an unfamiliar environment, you cannot hold out for much longer. Long enough for me to find and cut this trash to pieces. You know this battle will continue for a very long time. If they weren't so good at hiding, would Aegir have allowed them to last this long? What they are and do does not amount to a threat against Aegir. You think to draw a distinction between them and they, but I'm afraid that's not how they themselves think. Will you remain here, continuing to charge me with lance in hand, or shall you leave, together with me, so we can discuss a possible collaboration? The choice is yours. Aegir's fate, and that of your comrades, Iberia, and even this great land, all rest in your hands. Before we initiate discussion as to specific matters of cooperation, would you first tell me your name? Of course. Alright, so that was prequel with Undertides, but I still feel like I know nothing. Oh, goodness. Hello, Rindell. Welcome in. How are you doing? Cal's just picking up randos like stray kittens. Goodness. Let me, turn these back on for a sec. For someone off the ocean, absolutely no chill from her. Also, Sapboost, hello, welcome in. Hope you're not feeling too under the tides today. As we are currently reading. Judger, hello, welcome in. Hello. Many peoples today, hello. We can, alright, I'm gonna take a little bit of a break here. So many voices to keep swapping between and trying to remember who sounds like what. Alright. We'll take a little bit of a break, and then we'll be able to go and listen to an EP, so that should be interesting. I don't like how Aegir views us, surface people. They seem a little too full of ego. So mean. I feel like there's... I mean, I would imagine that there's probably others who feel the same the other direction, right? Hydration check indeed. Thank you! They're like elves in D&D. That's a wild comparison. You're pretty mean towards everything else. Is that how the Atlanteans were like? Is that why they got watered down? Oh, man. I don't know how advanced Aegir is. I think good old Ursus can deal with them. What are you gonna do, punch a fish? Oh my gosh. It's so weird because, like, they keep saying that they're more powerful than anyone else and that everything else is just a trifle to them. and dealing with any other enemy on land is, like, not a problem at all, and I'm just thinking about everything we've gone through on land and wondering, like, how much of it is true and how much of it is just ego. How else do you deal with fish? Have you seen Bee Hunter, Ozima? Exactly. The Ursus would definitely punch fish. They have automated toilets, they're centuries ahead of everyone else. Oh my gosh. I don't know, I mean, it's funny that you say Ursus, because bear behavior, right? Wouldn't that be, like, natural predator? I think it's Giga Ego, considering she's saying the bishops in church aren't that big of a threat. They are, actually. I feel like it's Giga Ego, because I'm trying to think of, like, what we've gone through, and I'm like... I'm trying to think, like, how would you guys be against Tal? How would you guys be against, you know, like, mostly ego, yeah. Be like, okay, we'll put the fish at the very top of a burning tower and see how that goes. I just said Ursus because nobody loves war more than Ursus. Cassie should start a war with Aegir. Scotty by herself is referred to as a walking calamity. So what if you have walking calamity next to walking calamity? We have Lappy on land. That's just a walking calamity in terms of the Tasmanian devil, even though she's a wolf. I think it's also a coping mechanism, because just how terrifying most crap around them is. Would 2 walking calamities become a jogging calamity? What about putting Tal in the water? How would she fare then? I mean, if we go by Pokemon logic. Sweet salmon showdown! Oh my gosh. One-on-one, the hunters are held strong, but there's a lot of stuff around that's just as or more terrifying. Boil the ocean! Oh my gosh. Make soup! Bushmaster, good lord. Oh. Oh my gosh. Good soup. They cancel out. I'm pretty sure if we apply Pokemon logic. I don't know. Would they cancel? Would it just be like, it'd just be steam, just no ocean? Considering almost all the Abyss Hunters are either dead or missing, I think they have the hubris that dwarfs the lifetime of both Cache and Tricodia. Goodness. You ain't gaslighting me, fish. I know you're in hot water. Yeah, no, I could, that would be amusing to see how that would go against Tricodia of all, like, that would be really interesting, right? Everything Phantom went through, and then, like, have Spectre there at the same time. They both have very different uses with Son, I would imagine. And then, like, how Trigodia would deal with that. Not Phantom Trigodia, but, like, Pink Panther Trigodia. I know he's not a panther, just bear with me. He will paralyze the fish. Alright. Okay. We'll turn these back off. We will mute this. At least Geralt in The Witcher doesn't yap on about how so much stronger he is than normal humans. Like, Gladia didn't seem to have enough experience to know how to humble herself once in a while. Whatever was the pet of Dionysus from the myth. I think it's a leopard. I think it's supposed to be a leopard. But Pink Panther was the words that came to my mind first, so... Alright. What we will do here is we will go... I want to do this. Wine Panther, there you go. No, but still not a panther. Leopard, so wine leopard, I guess. Okay. We're gonna go back to home here.
The doctor, isn't it?
Hello, Spectre. Alright. We are going to, just gonna go archives just so that she doesn't, do, like, trust talk or something by accident. And then we're gonna, mute this, and then we're gonna go back into our, video stuff here. And then we've got... Alright, we've got an EP. Cool. Let's see how this is, then. Alright, alert should be off. Yes, we are good to go. Okay, cool. Voices. Okay. Okay, then. Interesting way of starting this. Definitely interesting. Oh. Oh, okay. It's all three of them. Okay. Huh. Interesting. I wonder why she was telling everybody that it was a park. Done. Does the sun ever shine in Iberia? This is so strange. It always is interesting to try to, like, see how they're doing the movements, though. Oh. Okay then. Okay, that changed a lot. Okay, that music has changed a lot. Why do these ones just surround her constantly? The song goes in like 5 different directions. Okay then. That went in a lot of different places that I was not expecting. That was very interesting. The heck? That had like how many different shifts? That was so strange. How did you like those voices? They changed so much. There were so many other like there were so many shifts of things. I was not expecting that. It's so weird because it just kind of like keeps you there in a weird way. And I'm sure that that's intentional, and the fact that they can do that is wild, honestly. So. Voices on the seashore, sirens. Maybe? Goodness. I don't know. That is certainly interesting, though. It's gonna scare me a little more if it was just Scotty, but as long as it's all of them, then I guess we're okay. Alright. That was wild. Okay. We have a vignette here. I hate how these are so different. But okay. It's just, the icon for a vignette feels like it should match with this, but it doesn't. It's the opposite. It throws me off. It's weird. Alright then. Okay, we are doing Eluding Lights. Here Beyond. Preluding Lights. Forgotten Lighthouse. Okay. Vessa shows up as soon as we're at the lighthouse! Are you kidding me right now? Hello, Vessa, welcome in. Did you do that intentionally? What the heck? Also, hello, boss. Welcome in, welcome in. Literally, the minute we were at the lighthouse, are you serious right now? I literally just opened YouTube. Gosh, we're at the lighthouse, it's crazy. Alright, I actually need to do a, hang on a sec, yeah. Before we start this, because we have like, what, a few more to go, I'm just going to take a really quick break right here, and instead of doing BRB, I will just replay the EP, because Vessa didn't even see it, so we'll just do that. Reminder to all stargazers, Star will let me live in a lighthouse. We'll just replay it real quick. I will be right back. Alright, and we'll mute this again. Sorry, I did not realize, like, all the different things here. We'll just do that one more time, and I will return shortly. Hang on a sec. Because we're not doing a... We'll keep the Scotty plush on here, I guess. Where am I? Oh my gosh, everything is always hidden. Come on. There we go. Alright. I'll be right back. Alright, there we go. Alright, we'll minimize that. There we go. Turn this back on. Hello, welcome back. Welcome back, welcome back. How is everybody doing? Alright. We good? We're good. Got some water? That's good. Water always helps. Good. You're gonna go to the Flannel Isles Lighthouse. Why? I nearly got the impression Scotty would take over for you. I just followed the little Scotty into the ocean. No. Talking about real-life lighthouse disappearance? Vessa, it doesn't sound like you should go there. Detective Vessa is on the case. Oh dear. Lots of people disappeared there in a paranormal mystery, so I am going. Jeez, Vessa. I mean, look, it's not like it's your first experience with the paranormal, so I don't know, maybe you'll have better luck, but I'm not gonna save you from any sea terrors, that's for sure. Where's my tiny fake mustache and detective outfit? Let me come with? MJ, why do you want to go with? No, I'm not. No, I'm not. I'm busy. I got stuff to do. I'm not going with. Don't worry, it's just some Ghost of Dead Lighthouse Keepers. Oh, lovely. No, I'm not going with. You don't even need me there. What would you even need me there for? I would just get in your way. There's no point for me in going, because I would just be a nuisance. And I would just cause problems. So it would be a lot better if I didn't go with you, and you were just able to get, like, full concentration on whatever weird paranormal stuff you needed to do. You stopped me from falling down the stairs, apparently? I don't stop you at all. Okay, fine, I might disappear for forever without you there to save me, but okay, bye. Why are you going? You don't have to go! There's nothing telling you that you have to be there. You could just, you know, be safe, take care of Aquarium, you know, be like a cool marine biologist. You don't have to travel to dangerous places. You can be perfectly happy. The sense of adventure, the spirit of adventure. You know what? Your sense of adventure should also tell you that it's, like, maybe not risky, not worth the risk. TLDR, a storm hit that shouldn't have. All clocks stopped, food still on table, and the housekeeper's just gone. Even though someone answered the light signals. What? Safe is equivalent for boring if danger's in our grasp. We do not do these things because they're easy, but because they're hard. There's no reason to, though. Don't you have enough of abandoned buildings? Like, aren't you sick of that? Aren't you tired of that? You don't need that. What if there's like a job opening for, like, marine biologists must be good with shrimp? And then you're not there to accept it because you decided to go off on an adventure? Do you ever get tired of art? That's different! It's not dangerous. Wait, do I ever get tired of art? No? What do you mean? What do you mean, do I ever get tired of art? No, I don't. What is your point here? You can always use Zoom for the job interview. Not if all the lights go out. hypocrisy? I don't understand what you mean. I'm missing why MG is asking if I ever get tired of art. What does that have to do with this? What I do is not dangerous. So I don't get what you mean. I'm lost too, I don't really get it. What I'm doing currently is not currently dangerous. So currently we are in a not dangerous situation, and we can keep being in a not dangerous situation. What I do is not dangerous till it's your wrists. Oh, shush. All the lights go out at a lighthouse? Isn't the light the point? That's exactly the issue! It's not a danger to... Anyway. Blue poison. Fine. Instead of worrying about what Vessa's doing in his lighthouse, let's worry about this lighthouse that, ironically, seems to have a very similar title and problem. Alright. Alerts are off, okay, we're good. Forgotten Lighthouse. (2:18 p.m.) Clear. Deserted coastal town, north of Iberia. You've arrived at the specified coordinates. The target building's outside appearance matches the description outlined in the preliminary survey report. Our team will now proceed into the building for an inspection. We may need to cut the transmission. Watch for flares in case anything happens. Blue poison, over and out. There's an entrance here. Doesn't look like the builders intended for this to be here. The edges are pretty rough, like it was hacked open with an axe. Perhaps the bounty hunters did this? I heard some of them like to come treasure hunting here. That's probably because they aren't Iberians. Right, ruins like this one are more than toxic to those who got out of that alive. As for the ones that stayed behind, the Church, the Inquisition, they have no way to make it here. They already pay too high a price, and they wouldn't want to see any of this. It's just like how I never wanted to look at my legs when I was a kid. No matter how much I tried, they just couldn't run. Iberia, as it is now, doesn't want to see any of these broken parts. Look at you, using yourself as an analogy again. I'm starting to feel bad. I can tell you're joking this time. Electromagnetic pulse field released. So, should we go up or down? Your call. I'm thinking up. I'm not entirely sure why, but I feel up is the way to go. This place is like a tower. A tower? How tall do you think it is? The part that stands above ground is at most 3 stories. What could its purpose be? In that case, I guess we should go down. Hmm? You just reminded me that we have no idea how far down it might go. Let's find out then. And don't worry, I got your back. That puts my mind at ease, though I do hope we won't end up in a fight. It's dark in here. The lighting system is busted. You can't fix it? The Iberian technology here is several decades old. Their wiring is nothing like Raytheon's. If you give me a few days... Don't worry about it then. We'll let Closure and Engineering worry about it later. We won't be staying in this coffin pit for long. Coffin? It's an analogy, or maybe not. There's a foul stench lingering in this building. It's been abandoned for years, and then it was flooded with seawater and buried by mud. Shh. Say, if we don't talk, do you suppose we'll hear ghosts screaming? Ghosts? Oh, it's just a joke. Try not to tug so hard on my clothes. I like this new outfit a lot. Oh, we should switch our portable originium lamps. Now it's much brighter. You seem to be a big fan of these technological ruins. This kind of technology only existed in the coastal towns of the past. You don't see them much in Iberia these days. What are they for? For observation? To relay signals? Or could it be for sightseeing? Perhaps it was for locking people up. Possibly. When we look at the Iberia of the past, some see the technology that they left behind, like gold covered in dust. Yet, during those radiant times, there were countless bones buried underneath El Dorado. I'm sorry. What are you apologizing for? The bones of the Aegir who took my ancestors away to Iberia have long been eroded by the sea waves. I don't hate Iberia, nor do I hate the Aegir people. Now I suppose I don't even hate myself as much anymore. This is all thanks to the doctor and you, Glau. Does this technology give you any bad memories? All I care about is whether this place will be of any use to Rhodes Island. In the end, this is what we are here for, no? Right. We're here to scout out the surroundings, to analyze the data, and to confirm what we can retrieve. Too bad that this place has been torn apart inside and out, though. If it was just the time and the environment, parts wouldn't be this wrecked. Look at this part here. It went so far. Ah! What's wrong? Why did you pull out your franker all of a sudden? There's a ghost! A ghost? You mean the shadow in the path ahead? It isn't moving. Doesn't seem to be alive. Judging from his getup, it seems he was a bounty hunter. We haven't made it very far from the entrance. Perhaps he was the one who cracked it open, and he died here after he came inside. Oh, I see. Wait, let's not get any closer yet. We still don't know how he died. You think it could be dangerous? A bounty hunter died so close to the entrance. We'll have to watch out for whatever killed him. Stand back a little more. I can smell the scent of the seawater. Seawater? We're pretty far away from the shore. You don't mean... Though blue poison told Glaucus to stay where she is, she continues to walk toward the corpse. She kneels down about a meter away, observing it closely. Okay, it's just some seagrass. It's a full skeleton. No sign that he was eaten away by any monsters. And there are no other fatal injuries. No trace of any common toxins that could lead to death, either. Judging from his posture, he likely got himself tied up in the seagrass and drowned. I don't see any water, though. It's dry everywhere. Take a closer look at the rust left on the wall. I can see some areas are more rusted than others. So this place was flooded twice, then? The seawater destroyed the building the first time around. Whatever its function was, that was when it failed. The second time, the seawater gushed into this place again, flooding its insides once more. And this poor bastard happened to be in here at the time. He likely thought he'd hit the jackpot and was happily tearing away at the things in the wall. He didn't manage to escape in time when the seawater began to flood the building, and the seagrass had his arms and legs caught. He lost his life after struggling for a while. You can't really blame him. He was a Karanta. Poor guy. They don't know the strength of the sea. The doctor once mentioned that research on the ocean is for the most part done only by a handful of oceanologists. It's not a very popular field. Well, it's not really that strange. We are only interested in the things that we can see and conquer. Perhaps the Iberia of the past was the sole exception. It's all in the past. I haven't seen the ocean myself, either. I'm not even sure why you're so sensitive to the scent of seawater. Have you heard that rumor? About the disasters? We don't talk about that. That's not allowed in Iberia. You're all used to avoiding the subject. It's hard to kick your habits. We don't talk much about our homeland at Rhodes Island. Besides, each of us has a different impression of that incident, and sometimes even about that whole area. I've talked to Weedy about it. Both of us are Aegyrs who grew up in Iberia, and have come to realize the Iberia in her eyes is totally different from the one I see. That's nothing strange, no? If you are not allowed to discuss the incident, then the only thing you will remember of it is the small fragment that you saw with your own eyes. They are taking the chance to piece the fragments together from the people. There's only the two of us now. I could talk about it, but I'm afraid to do that. It's like something has my throat blocked. I'm worried that as soon as I talk, the shadows cast on the path here will charge toward me. And I say that even though I know it's just shadows cast by the Originium lamp. Shadows. What a fine analogy. They skillfully redirect everyone's attention away, such that they fear the shadows rather than the enormous truth that lies behind. It's so cold, but I'm sweating. In the past, I would never even imagine that I could stand here and talk to you about this. Everyone feels that way. I suppose this pitch-black, sealed-off building is protecting us. There's a dead body here, and we don't know what lies ahead, but this keeps me even more at ease than a wide-open space. The walls here give us a false sense of security, a sense that everything's under our control. You're right. At least there isn't another pair of eyes staring at us. Now I'm not sure about that. Stop trying to scare me. Okay, I'll stop. Back to the topic of the disaster. The Inquisition isn't actually to blame for that decision. The decision to not talk about that was made by the Aegyrs who came ashore. Huh? I guess it was a form of self-protection. Self-protection? Do you know why the Aegyrs came ashore? I don't know. I thought we were meant to be here to begin with, though it seems most Iberians don't agree with that. I'm not too familiar either. Yeah, but you know more than we do, at the very least. It's funny, the history slowly disappeared from the Aegyrs' memories, and we are the ones who still remember any of it. My ancestors were taken away by the Aegyrs some 100 years ago. They wanted the toxic ability that we are born with. Why is that? They kept extracting the toxins for experiments. They were trying to figure out whether these subterranean toxins could be used as some kind of weapon. What were they trying to attack with that? I have no idea. How could I have seen it? From my elders tell me, it was an enormous, terrifying monster that doesn't exist on land. It's from the sea? All I can say is that it's extraordinarily likely. I thought about asking the doctor, or Dr. Calcit, or even the hunters directly. Once, I happened upon Operator Scotty. This question immediately rose to the top of my mind. I doubt she'd tell you. Right, I don't think so either, and I didn't ask her in the end. I'm not sure I have the courage to find out the truth. Just like the Aegyrs who came ashore, it took them several hundred years to forget that fear. That's how they could finally put down roots with their mind at ease to slowly become a part of Iberia. No one would cast aside a new life they earned for themselves to fight what could be an endless war. Especially not when nobody knows when that disaster would actually strike, and when it actually strikes, everything could still be futile. Even I wish that I could live a new life, even after the doctor has taught me so much. In that case, perhaps we should turn back then? We can still make it. Perhaps. You're still going straight ahead. Oh, you're right. I'm still going straight. Thinking back, after all these years, I haven't once thought of giving up my abilities to use my toxin. Perhaps I've never managed to break free of the souls of those Aegir who enslaved my ancestors, and deep down in my heart, I believe that the toxins in me will get the enemies they're meant for. How far down have we come? I lost track. Me too. This tower is deeper than I expected. Taller. The confined space here is disrupting our senses. Oh, I think I'm hallucinating. What did you see? A light up ahead. And it's slowly floating upwards. Ugh! Switch your light off! Amid the darkness, there is a white light swaying not far away. Blue Poison makes sure this isn't a reflection of their lamps. Is it an illusion, or is it real? Which scenario is more dangerous? Let's get closer. Slowly now. Don't surprise them. Is it a threat? Prepare for combat. Franker at the ready. Okay, we'll be making contact soon. There's a corner up ahead. Watch my hand. I'll knock 3 times. On the count of 3, a bolt whizzes through the air. It strikes the fuzzy white light. No, not quite. Just as it was about to strike the object, its trajectory curved to the side. It's no problem. No one can see it. The bolt split in 2 soon after it was shot. One in the front and one in the back, capturing the white light. The very next moment, the white light suddenly expands. Franker, maximum power! Wait! Amplifying microwave? I mean no harm. Ow. Hit my back. What a shockwave. Please don't do that again. If it's mercy you want, you should stop casting, caster. You mean my light? No, you're mistaken. This is just for lighting up my surroundings. I defended myself on reflex. Please believe me. I don't want to hurt you at all. No wonder. It feels kind of warm. And bright. Nothing about it makes me feel sick. Glau, don't let your guard down just yet. Her originium arts are not to be underestimated. There seems a little special, even. Put it down, please. Could you also move your bolt away from my neck? Just a little, please? I'm too scared to even breathe now. I can lower my crossbow. But you need to drop your staff, too. If you try anything funny, believe me, your reflexes are no match for my bolts. Okay. The light extinguishes as soon as the girl throws her staff away. Originium lamp. Alright. So that light was yours. Are you after us? No, that isn't what I meant. I was waiting down below. There's no one else here, and when I saw your light, I thought maybe someone decided to check this place out. So I started climbing the stairs to meet this guest. You said you've been here for a while. Who are you? Oh, I forgot to introduce myself. My name is Arya. Well, Arya, are you an Iberian? Yes. Why? Is it obvious? I figured I'd ask. If you said no, I would have guessed Colombian or Victorian. I have my ways to make you talk. Why, that's sending chills down my spine. You're an Iberian and a caster, and your Originium arts work as a light. Are you affiliated with the Inquisition? The Inquisition? No. I haven't ever met them. What are you doing here, then? Isn't this almost an interrogation? We're just here to check this place out. It's more efficient to ask her directly. Besides, it doesn't seem like she noticed anything's off yet. What am I doing here again? Why, I'm not actually so sure myself. Do you have amnesia, perhaps? No, of course not. I remember how I got here, and that I spent the last couple of days here. 2 days ago, I asked a local about any opportunities to make some money in the area. I needed work, otherwise I'd go hungry. He took the last few coins I had and told me I could come seek riches here. Sounds like she ran into a con man. He might have mistaken you for a bounty hunter. A lot of bounty hunters used to come to this area in the past. You have a staff, and you look like you are from a rather well-off family, by your appearance. They may have thought you an aristocratic young lady looking for adventure. Oh, is that it? So they misunderstood me. They probably didn't. They could tell right away what a gullible girl you are. Is that funny? No, my friend here maybe a little shy around strangers, but she seems to be worried about you. Why, thanks. It's okay. I'm just lost, and I saw a lighthouse here. I thought I'd come rest in here a little. Huh? I was lost, yes. No, that isn't what I was asking. You said this used to be a lighthouse. Oh, yes. You can find lighthouses everywhere in Iberia. Have you never seen one before? Perhaps they're only seen along the coastline. I've been away for about half a year now, and the towns farther from the coast don't have lighthouses. Did you grow up by the sea? Yes, and not far away from here. It's a small town, so you probably haven't heard of it. How is it doing? Okay, I guess? There aren't that many people, so we all got along well. My teacher said we were lucky. The sea's disasters spared our home. Phew, that's great. Well, except our lighthouse. Ever since that day, our lighthouse has never lit up again. Since that day? Right, that one day several decades ago. The day when disaster struck. In that one brief moment, the entire Iberian coastline was shrouded in darkness. Ever since, it's never lit up again. Arya, you seem rather familiar with lighthouses. Why, that's because I grew up in one. In a lighthouse like this? Please don't get the wrong idea. My town's lighthouse is in much better condition. There wasn't a lot of damage, it just won't light up anymore. The mechanical parts, the central control system, the power circuits, the automation core, the outside wall hologram emitter, and the wireless communications were all fine. My teacher would take me around to the lighthouse every day to inspect and maintain everything, according to the manual. We even repaired the outside walls regularly. Why, I can confidently say that, aside from the aging materials, our lighthouse is in just as great a condition as it was decades ago. That's amazing. Your eyes light up when you're talking about your lighthouse, just like when I talk to anyone else about Franker. Do you and your teacher manage lighthouses? Oh, I'm sorry if I forgot to mention. Yes, my teacher is a glorious lighthouse keeper. As for me, I'm afraid I'm not there yet. A lighthouse only needs one official keeper, and I'm just an apprentice. And it's been so long since I left. So, I guess I'm not even an apprentice anymore. Oh. You left long ago, but you still remember all the steps like the back of your hand. That's because I recite them before bed every night! You really love your job, Arya. I want to see the scenery my teacher described to me. It was something her teacher had described to her, too. Under the night sky, a multitude of intersecting courses in the sea lit up by the lighthouse. All the grand drilling rigs and sea forts glimmering in the dark as ships large and small come and go in their surroundings. It was far more bustling than any city on land and far more radiant than even when the sun burned its brightest. If you got close enough, you could even see the underwater cities that the Iberian Aegers built along the continental shelf. All of this was possible thanks to the thousands of lighthouses that stood on the Iberian coastline. Now, disaster struck our energy system. None of our lighthouses can ever light up again as they once did. Yet my teacher and I stayed to tend to the lighthouse. Every night, my teacher would try to light it. The signal lamp doesn't work, so we made a new light source. Our light source may not be able to stand in for a real lighthouse and illuminate the whole sea around us, only a small corner. And ships may long have stopped sailing the sea. But we are still here. And you'll be there to watch the lighthouse, even if the coast will remain forever silent? Yes, we will. This is the top of the lighthouse. I inspected it a couple of days ago. The lighthouse is in really bad shape. There was hardly anything left of it before. This is the only thing still here. What is it? It's a kind of energy core that Iberian lighthouses use. The most advanced technology they use, and also the first to be destroyed. Is it broken? The original technology was lost. Neither I nor my teacher could restore its design. Without the complete energy system, we don't have a way to use the core to its full potential. Perhaps. If you don't mind, I would like to take this back to Rhodes Island and inspect it with closure. Oh, I'm not saying I have a good grasp of this. Iberian technologies from those days have some really special wiring, just like this core. All I can tell is that it's not based around originium technology. It doesn't use originium as its energy source? Not quite. It's most likely still uses originium for its energy, but the foundation of the technology is very different. I'm even thinking that perhaps originium energy isn't the best power source for this device. Oh! What's the matter? Is what I'm talking about too boring? Can you really light up the lighthouse again? I think it's worth a try. It might take a while. I think I want to come with you. Huh? Does that Rhodes Island you two are talking about need people like me? I don't know much, but I'll work as hard as I can. First you need a resume. What's a resume? Weird. Why am I feeling kind of dizzy? Huh? She passed out. What's the matter? Oh, did she get poisoned? Here I was thinking that Phidia is immune to my toxins, like you are. Though it looks like it just took longer for it to affect her. How should I say this? Perhaps her body isn't special in any way. She's just a little slow? Let's not analyze this right now. Do you have an antidote? You're out on a mission with me alone, so you got to have one, right? Relax. The paralysis is temporary. Let's head outside. She should come around after she gets a little breeze. Disable EMP field. Finally! How are you, ladies? Have you run into any trouble? Only a brief interlude. Oh, you're finally awake? Sorry, it seems like I fell asleep. You came back around sooner than I expected. No need to worry. Our investigation was a success. So, why can I hear a third person? Sounds like a young lady with whom I've not had the pleasure. We met her at the mission location. Her name is Arya, and she gave us some valuable information. She'll be coming with us to Rhodes Island to hand PR her resume. Ah, well, let me welcome you in advance. Hello. Right. In conclusion, this was a lighthouse. A lighthouse? Did I hear that right? Our informant said it was really complicated by the looks. I thought it was some important facility. It was built before that disaster in Iberia. I get it now. The inner structure is still pretty intact, though the related technologies suffered heavy damage. We don't know for sure how much we can retrieve from here. And let the engineering team following this up know. This place has the potential to become a new Rhodes Island office. Okay. If this actually ends up becoming a new office, I'll probably have to run back and forth all the time, won't I? And it's so close to that place, too. Well, I guess we don't exactly have much choice. We aren't the only ones that need this either. The informant said there have been some refugees who escaped the destroyed downs to the south. They have a tough journey ahead, and they'll need someone to look out for them. Right. Perhaps this lighthouse will end up being fairly useful. We can provide medicinal services for the infected in the area and help those in need. And we can watch the tides that draw towards the land closer and closer, day after day. It may not shine upon the area anymore, but it can still watch over this coastline. Alright, there you go, Vessa. Mystery solved. You can now work at a Rhodes Island branch. Congratulations. Alright, there you go. Your reward for discovering the mystery of the lighthouse was more work. Congratulations! Was it worth it? Blippi and Glau out working hard and making new friends. Blippi's so nice and sweet. I don't know if that's, he's probably busy, probably didn't catch the end. We found only junk in a corpse. Meh. Well, there you go. You can now say that the mystery is solved, and now if he wants to go live in a lighthouse, I guess I suppose he now can. Or Arya, first a lighthouse keeper apprentice, now a caster, and still only an apprentice. Hey, it takes a while to evolve from apprentice, you know? As a doctor, please don't be too hard in Indigo's interview, Star. Wait, why are you calling me Star now? What? Siam Zero, what? What? Did Johnny Virgil get to you? Oh no. Oh dear. You're just a little slow, you have to understand. Oh my gosh. Well, maybe we can get to you. Like Johnny Virgil's the mob. No? Maybe it's just because he says it the most. And now I'm like... At least I use your proper names. Ah! Oh my gosh. What? You guys have... Here I thought that there was a... Buckhead dead Bob. Are you sure then? Oh no. What do we have to worry about? There's two sides. There's the Fish Clan and there's the Bugcat Dead Clan, apparently. Apparently her being slow also means that poison effects are slower too? That's pretty useful. Oh my. Alright. Oh, and now we're jumping into Blue Poison's record. Okay then. I guess that works. Alrighty. You can safely go out of here normally, I think.
Good morning to you, Doctor.
Oh, you all have soft voices. I can't tell anymore. Alright. Frog. Perfect. Frog. Why are you guys all making different... You get to the point where it's not even my name anymore. Partial resistance to BP is still impressive. That is fair. Alright. No, I get that she's a frog. I understand that part. I do get that. I just think it's funny. Alright. What? Oh. You guys can butcher my name later. Alright. Goodness. The E2 is really pretty. What the heck? Alright. It is soft, right? Let me just listen really quickly, just so I...
Greetings, Doctor.
It is soft. Okay.
How are you doing today?
That's very kind of you. Alright. She also has a Yuji skin. It's the fairy one, right? The fairy one with the leaves and the flowers and everything. She's a fan favorite for a reason. That is fair. Yeah, I think we've reviewed the Yuji skin. I believe we've reviewed it. I'm pretty sure we've reviewed it. I remember it being like a fairy outfit. It's very blue. It was kind of like a, I'm pretty sure it was a fairy, right? I think it was like a forest fairy idea. You might be thinking of Quercus? No, I'm not. I'm specifically thinking of Blue Poison. I remember it having leaves all around it. I'm pretty sure they were leaves. And yeah. No, I'm not thinking of Quercus. I am thinking of Blue Poison. It's like a white fairy dress type of thing, right? All right. Untouchable. The farthest distance is the one from legend to reality. Okay then. Oh, okay. How much longer? Be patient. It smells really good, though. This is the most enjoyable moment in baking. Watching the batter slowly turn golden and puff up in the oven, until it turns into a soft, fluffy cake. Desserts taste best when you let your imagination run wild, Glau. I'd rather have one I can put in my mouth. So, what's our flavor of the day? It's a new formula. Fresh cream mixed with a jam made from various kinds of berries. That gives it a sort of tropical flavor. Sure, but its color is as terrifying as ever. Your fashion sense is pretty decent, so how the heck do your sense for food aesthetics end up downright rotten? But I heard brighter colors can help increase appetites. I think most people would disagree with your definition of bright colors. You say that, but you'll still eat it in the end. That's 'cause it tastes good. Too bad all those self-proclaimed dessert lovers will never know the kind of lusciousness they're missing out on. Not everyone's special like you. It's not like you poison your cakes. Normally, this break room would be pretty packed around now, but it feels like there have been way less people ever since we arrived. Don't say that. I'm not being ostracized or anything. I'm actually very happy with my life here. But the best way to get along with something toxic is to stay away from it. I know that, you know that, everyone knows that. On the bright side, how often do you get the whole break room to yourself? Let's try to enjoy this before we head out for our field mission. I suppose we won't get much of a chance to enjoy a cake in the Sargon Barrenlands anyway. I hope the mission goes well. You say that like you have nothing to do with it. Aren't you the leader of the guerrilla team? True, all we're doing is building a safe house, but we can't let our guard down. I heard it's way off the beaten track. Who knows what we'll run into out there? What was it called again? Caerthon. Right, Caerthon Valley. Have you ever been there? No, never. And I guess I'll read over the mission briefing while we eat. First, I need to confirm the supply point. Oh, sounds like it's done. Alright, now to put the cream on it. Nakil, you baking another cake behind my back again? Oh. Ambriel? Sorry, I smelled cake, so I just... You want some too? It's straight out of the oven. No, I think I'll... Did Blue Poison make this? Why can't it ever be easy? Please, go ahead and try some if you don't mind. We have tea, too. Well, not like I have anything better to do. Guess I can kill some time here. As for the cake, let me prepare myself mentally first. If you're worried about poison, you don't need to force yourself. Nah, that's not it. Isn't, like, the color of that jam kinda creepy? Phew. Tasty, right? I've heard about your baking from Gummy, but this is something else. You could drive half of Laterano's dessert shops out of business. The 2-bit ones always load up on sugar with no idea how to balance flavors. Sweet doesn't have to mean unbearably sweet. Wow, it's an honor to hear that from a bona fide Lateran. You should feel even prouder then, because praise from an expert like me is worth its weight in gold. If only more people were willing to give them a shot. I always felt guilty getting the whole cake to myself. Well, I, for one, am willing to put my life on the line for an exquisite dessert. So you were worried, after all? If so, Medical has an antidote specifically for my toxins. It's kind of embarrassing to say this myself, but if you need it... Shoot, sorry. I didn't mean it like that. Watch out, your bag. These are... I had the antidote prepared in advance. I mean, we are going on a field op together in a couple of days. Oh, right. You're part of our team this mission. Yeah, so we're gonna be fighting side by side, right? It's just a precaution. A precaution. You know what they say. Better safe than... I'm sorry. No, please don't apologize. I actually prepared enough antidote for everyone, too. It's my responsibility for being toxic. If everyone else is uncomfortable with me being there, then I should be the one apologizing. Blue Poison... Then, like, can I have another slice? Ambriel? Please, I know you're trying to be kind, but you don't have to. Come on, what if self-respecting Lateran would force themselves to eat cake? Just give me another slice. I think I'm starting to see you in a new light. Here you go. Thanks. But man, I wish I could just have complete trust in my friends like you, Glaucus. Oh, that's because her toxins don't work on me. Slow down. Here, have some antidote. No, that... Tea! You sure? This is fruit juice flavored. I had Dr. Warfarin come up with the formula. Who cares? Just give it! Thanks, Ambriel. If only all my days here at Rhodes Island could be like this. That hits the spot. So, what was that? Oh, nothing. Anyway, since you're here, let's read over the mission briefing while we're eating. Huh? We're really gonna start working just like that? This is the break room! I came here to slack off! But fine. I'll work overtime just for you, Bloop. Like, I have to thank you for the cake. The Carthan Valley is situated in a vast rainforest within Sargon's borders. Since time immemorial, it has never been under the direct control of the Sargonian lords Emir. This was the most important factor in Rhodes Island's decision to build a safe house there. There are many reasons for its unique geopolitical position. Data shows that the area is abundant with natural resources, and many lords Emir have tried to expand their influence into the region. Yet their efforts were all in vain. The specific reasons require further investigation, but according to a local guide, it very likely has to do with the indigenous people. Those natives are also the biggest variable in our mission. The guide said they aren't too hard to get along with, but also warned that they possess a terrifying ability. We only have vague descriptions of the phenomenon in question, but based on our analysis, their ability might be an application of some kind of toxic chemical compound. Whoa, sounds like a huge pain. Relax, the mission's difficulty rating isn't all that high. We aren't there to pick a fight. Blue poison? Oh, don't mind me. Go on. Okay, where was I? We're going to build a safe house there. It will also be used as both a catastrophe monitoring station and a temporary medical post. Our job will be over once the local employees have moved in. Yep, about as standard as it gets. In other words, if all goes well, we'll be back on the land ship baking cakes in a couple of months. What do you mean, if all goes well? You're trying to jinx us? Have you considered that you're a little oversensitive? Still, there's one thing that's kind of bothering me. These natives, like, what race are they? We have no data on it. Supposedly, they don't have any particular distinctive features, but... they're Anura. Just like me. How do you know? Because they're from my tribe. Carthan is my homeland. What? Why are you only telling us this now? This is news to me. I had no reason to bring it up, Glau. I wasn't lying when I said I'd never been there. I grew up in Iberia. Everything I know about the place, I learned from my grandmother. Carthan. That, the name of our homeland. Only there we are not treated as outsiders. Only there can we truly live a peaceful life. Only there are we not burdened with being a poison. So, what's it like? I'm not too sure myself. My grandma told me a lot of stories, but honestly she made it all sound a bit too wonderful, like a fairy tale. My people moved from Sargon to Iberia over 100 years ago. Moved, she told me. Even that is something of a euphemism for the bitter truth. We were sold to Iberia as test subjects. Our lives are inseparable from poison from the moment we're born. It's an unfortunate talent, but some people always see things differently. Conspiracies and poison. Two sides of the same coin, don't you think? Listen, we don't have to talk about this if you don't want to. I'm fine, but thanks for worrying about me. Truth is, I've only heard about these experiments secondhand. Ever since the disaster, Iberia's been too busy sorting out its own mess to deal with outcasts like us. That cruel past is now nothing more than stories passed down by the older generation, and Carthon itself is even more of a legend to us. My grandma always started off like, a long time ago, when we were still in faraway Carthon. You all heard stories like that too, right? A long time ago, when the Aegir still lived under the sea. A long time ago, before Laterano was completed. See? All legends start the same. Yeah, I don't think I could laugh that off. It was those legends of beautiful Carthon that kept my family going, from one generation to the next. It was a paradise, a place where no one would fear or scorn us as toxic. My grandma always said our life of ostracization and fear was just a trial for us to endure. Once we were back in Carthon, everything would be better. This might sound funny, but it was only on her deathbed that she finally told me that she'd never been there either, and she was the oldest in our family. All those stories she'd loved telling us were made up, based on stories she'd heard growing up, and her own imagination. She didn't even know where it was. But now we do. Yeah, and I never imagined I'd find out like this. Great, like, now you get a chance to go back home. Does it really count as home, though? Speaking from experience, you should keep your expectations in check. The actual Carthon might be nothing like the legends. And you'd still rather stay at Rhodes Island, right? Only there are we not burdened with being a poison. Blue poison? Yeah, perhaps. But if that's the only place where I can be myself... Doctor? I smelled cake. Ew, don't scare me like that! I'm not slacking off, okay? Doctor, wanna try some cake that Blue Poison baked? It's fresh out of the oven. But... May I, Blue Poison? If you don't mind, I have some antidotes prepared. No, wait, your situation's a little unique. Let me get Dr. Calcit first. No. The berries, plantains, and nuts make it so good. Are you really okay? You've had 2 people trying out your cake today. That's a new record. Yep, a new record. Don't overthink it, Blue. You've always belonged here. Thanks, Ambriel, Lacus. And thank you, Doctor. If I can really... No, never mind. Please forget I said anything. See you at the meeting, Doctor. Have you all read up on the mission? Yes, we're quite familiar with the details. But I'd like to repeat my request to be removed as team captain. I'm not the right person to lead a team in an operation. Everybody knows that my toxins could harm others. I trust you. Really? That's right, we're counting on you, Captain. Besides, we've got, like, tons of antidotes. Apple flavored, too. I guess. Can I leave this to you, Captain Blue Poison? I'll give it my all. Okay, off we go now. Yep, see you in a little. Let me help you clean up your files, Doctor. Did our hands just touch? I'm so sorry I touched you! Please come with me. We need to head to medical to get it cleaned up. If not... It's okay. I've checked. Minor contact isn't a problem. But... Relax, Blue Poison. But, I'm toxic. Anything that touches me is in danger. You're a member of Rhodes Island. Am I really allowed to be? Of course. Phew. In that case, I'd like to remove an application from that stack of documents. I actually submitted a transfer request not too long ago. I was hoping to be stationed at the Kurthan safe house after the mission. When I was a kid, my grandmother told me that Kurthan was the only place where we could ever live without being branded toxic, and I believed her. But I'm the only one who can decide who I am, aren't I? I'm a member of Rhodes Island, and I like my life here. So please, let me withdraw that application before anyone reads it. Oh, and one other thing, Doctor. I have an idea for a new dessert. Would you like to try it later, if you have time? Absolutely. Alright. I see why so many people like her. She's adorable. How much of a boost in your mind does Bloopy get now that you know she pays? I'm not gonna lie, that helps a ton. Aww. Oh my goodness. That does help a lot. I very much have a bias. She does genuinely seem... I see why so many people like her. Yes. Yummy has claimed in her that Blue Poison's desserts are so good, they could convert someone who hates sweets. How can you not like her? That is amazing. Now, I have nothing against her. I think she's pretty, I think she's cute. She bakes blue and pink cakes, perfect for Starlight. Yeah, who was saying that the colors seemed odd? Yeah, no, I definitely, yeah. Color biased, pastry biased. Many biases. Blue food? There's not enough blue food. Oh, goodness. Yeah, I absolutely... I would love to try any new dessert. For sure. Bright fluoro and electric blue cakes? Why not? Why not? I think there needs to be more blue food, frankly. What do we have? I mean, I guess the crystal apples count, but... And the antidote is apple flavored, there you go. That'd be interesting. I'm sorry, I have food on the brain now. I'm thinking about all the desserts. That's why I low-key suggested her for Sniper when you chose one for the selector. I think, wait, what was the... I see that now, yes. I see why. I see why indeed. Yeah, it's so hard to, like, chuckle everything. This is why I hold off on the selectors, because, I never know if someone's gonna come up later. Platinum was chosen for the selector because... Or wait, was Platinum bought with certs? Forgotten. Yeah, no, Platinum was bought with certs, I think. Because I remember having Platinum and Neural together, having Neural in the gacha, and having Platinum in the store, and going for Platinum because she was the first operator that I had borrowed in the tutorial. I'm pretty sure I got her from the shop. I don't remember... Which other... Okay, Oh! I owed Vesa Firewatch. That was it. I owed Vesa Firewatch. Yeah, that was our difference in sniper choices, I think. I'm pretty sure that was it. I think we got somebody. We didn't end up getting Firewatch, and then I had to grab Firewatch because Stream Nights for Vesa. Stuck between a rock and a hard place. I'm pretty sure it was a Stream Nights situation. She's not in... Wait, is she in, Is she in recruitment? Maybe I'll start using sniper tags more. I've been... All the recruitment tags I've been using have been, Vanguard and Guard AoE. Because I'm trying to see if Spectre wants to come home, and I'm trying to see if, Kiave... And, yeah, Kiave, because we have Reed. So I'm looking for Kiave or Spectre, but maybe I'll start using some sniper tags. Alright. Alright, Elysium. I have to do the very excited Spanish. I'll do what I can for that. Alright. Alright.
Would you like the light to be brighter?
That would be nice, considering that Iberia is so dark. Alright. Turn. Okay. BB has the prettiest bright blue eyes. Indeed. I want to draw her with desserts now. And that's... Okay. I have a huge bias to always wanting to draw desserts. So... Now I want to draw her with a bunch of desserts. Obviously, I have a bunch of things that are more important and take precedent, but, like, at some point, someone remind me to do, like, a cute drawing of her with a bunch of desserts. Some point, when I have an in-between type of thing. Because that would be fun. I gotta get through the queue, though. The queue is more important right now. But at some point, yes. Alright. Elysium, I will do my best here. Goodness. Alright. Frog and bird baking cake. Just don't look at Bluey and desks? What? I have no idea what you mean by that. Next dollars per minute type stream idea. I don't like doing those too often. I don't want to overwhelm people, but that is kind of fun when I can, whatchamacallit? When I can do a bunch of, like, Bakadoodly stuff. Those are always fun. Nothing you need to worry about? It's okay, because I didn't absorb any of it anyway. Just dumb at game memes. Okay, fair enough. I didn't get any of that anyway, so totally fair. Okay. Okay, one more. Okay. I had to go grab dinner. The last thing I heard when I left was, I owe Vesa Firewatch. No, owed. Owed past tense. Because we just, we just, read Blue Poison's record, And, Elysium was, not Elysium. I'm looking at Elysium, reading the word Elysium while trying to talk to chat here. What was I saying? I used my selector for Firewatch. I had owed you Firewatch, and I didn't consider Blue Poison as an option at the time, and I like her now more after reading her record and trying her desserts and everything. So I was saying that I had owed Vesa Firewatch, and now we still have to try to get Blue Poison later in the future. See, the thing is, I do still have a selector, and I'm still trying to find, Kiave and Spectre, so I'm not using the selector in case one of them appears, because the worst thing is to have the situation where you end up using the selector, and then someone ends up in shop or in recruitment or whatever, that it's the person you just grabbed with the selector. So I try to leave the selectors alone, and then when I don't really have as many options, then I feel like I can use it. So I thought I was okay at the time with Firewatch, but Blue Poison also could have been a choice. That was the situation. The moment Vesa comes in, all the carefully sorted thoughts go haywire. Par for the course, honestly. Okay. Does Vesa have a secret nervous impairment aura? Always. You will hoard the selectors until you have enough selectors to get everyone you're missing at this rate? Yeah, isn't that just a smart thing to do? You don't have Spectre yet, or are you searching for her for some other reason? It's kind of weird, right? Because, I forget why I even originally started searching for her. I think I was just told that she was really good for beginners. And I ended up picking Lapland with Selector. I think that was the choice at the time. I don't even remember. I picked Lapland and Pram at the time, and then I think Spectre was... Oh! Meme contest! People put in memes for Spectre, and I was like, yeah, you know, at some point I should. And so I've been using the Guard AoE tag, Guard Survival AoE tags, for, like, the entire year. And she has never shown up, and now it's, like, the event. And now I'm like, now I really need to make a decision, now that we're doing all the Aegir arc. Now I need to decide, like, am I gonna use the selector now to have her there for the next event? Or am I just gonna hope she shows up? Like, what am I gonna do again? So, yeah, it's weird. The recruit's been rough lately. The funny thing is, I got Senior Up, like, a few days ago. I had the Guard AoE... Which one? Yeah. No, I had the Guard tag, I think. And I was trying to get her again with the Senior Operator tag. And there was, like, it only wanted to give me the deer. And I don't mind the deer. She's very pretty. But I just thought that was kind of funny. Remember the meme contest? I was one of the Spectre supporters back in the day. So now I'm just like, we're in the fish arc. I probably will end up needing to use the selector for the fish to have during the fish arc, but I was still after Kiov, and now I'm after Blue Poison. Now I don't know what to do. Because it's a selector that lets you have, like, it's not a limited one, and I'm just like, I don't want to use this, but I'm gonna have to. Which deer? What's her name? Tsukinogi, I think her name is? I think her name's Tsukinogi, right? And she had, like, 4 different tags she could appear with. So, yeah. Okay. Whew, this one's gonna take all my energy. The extroverted bird. Okay. Long journey. After leaving home, have you seen the different sights you wish to see? Letter for you. I'll leave it right here. I'm going into town this afternoon. Write down anything you want me to buy you before I go. Don't be late, because I won't wait. Wow, that was fast. Thanks, Elysium. Going into town again? For that thing that you have. What's it called? A transmitter? A transmitter receiver, or a transceiver. It's secondhand and the range is limited, but look at the case and the paint job. Don't you think it goes well with my outfit? I'll never understand your tastes. Bring me back some cigarettes. Same brand as last time. I also want one of those hair curlers everyone's been talking about. Could you get me one? Sure. The latest model, right? I'm on it. Hey, Sonny, what about my... Now, who was it who asked me for cigarettes, then got caught by his family and got his allowance cut? As if I'd forgotten. Not for another 40 or 50 years, at least. Memory on you. Kids these days just can't let anything go. Ignore him. The doctor told him to stop smoking, and he doesn't listen. Here's the money for the hair curler. Thanks for that. I'll get you the best one there is. Now, off I go! How many years has it been since he left home? 3? No, he was in Colombia that 3rd year, then went north to Sami. The snow priest stopped him when he tried to go further north, so he changed course and continued on his way. A healthy man who knows some arts can always find a job, as long as he's not too picky. When he ran out of money, he would find work wherever he was and save a bit before heading out again. He has seen many sights along the way. Some places were rich and prosperous, some poor and barren. He did not stop at this town because there was something special about it. He just wanted to rest. A new hair curler, and, well, I guess just a tiny little pack of cigarettes. Still missing one component for the transceiver. Hard to find an amplifier around here. Hey, am I imagining things? Or does the sky look a little ominous to me? Oh, it's ominous, alright. You think so too? Gray minds think alike. There's something special about you, isn't there? I wouldn't believe if you said you just robbed the shop. I'm guessing you didn't manage to sell too much today. It's none of your concern. We're not an ordinary shop. But you got stuff to sell, don't you? It's a prophylactic that we're distributing. Prophylactic? Really? It's not for erypathy, is it? They say the meds that really prevent erypathy are so expensive that only the very rich can afford them, and the stuff you can get easily on the open market doesn't actually work. But I think I've got a good eye for people, and you don't look like hucksters to me. Are you legit? You heard? You talk a lot. Just being friendly. It's my secret to getting along. Especially when dealing with people who look dangerous, or when I see something that maybe I shouldn't have, like drugs of unknown provenance. Maybe if I'm talkative, you'll take it easier on me when you beat me to a pulp. I'm sure the gentleman over there will at least. No, I'll aim for the face. Come now, say what you're really thinking, don't be shy. But now I'm beginning to think you don't look like scammers or smugglers. We're not. We're a pharmaceutical company. Our mission is to eliminate the infected problem. Eliminate the infected or eliminate the problem? Well, that's what I would have asked if I didn't have what I assumed to be a deep trust in you. I suggest you watch your mouth if you don't want it punched. Oh, no violence, please! Alright, I've taken up enough of your time. I ought to be on my way. Might be a good idea to put someone else on the front desk, though, friends. Just get lost. Mind your own business. Catch. Whoa! What the? Medicine? For me? Oh, you're too kind. $3. You're charging money? I mean, $3 isn't that bad. Captain. He wasn't talking to himself, was he? Was he talking to you? But how could that be? Sorry, sir, but we're out of that particular amplifier. Seriously? But you're my last hope! Are you sure? You don't have one lying in a corner of a warehouse or something? I've looked everywhere. Plus, we keep good records of all our transactions. I know. You've been here before. Still working on that machine you were talking about last time? Yes, the transceiver! I've been doing all the modifications myself. I have very little experience with this stuff, but things have been going relatively smoothly, learning on the fly and doing it myself. I'm surprised that I'm learning so quickly. I'm just looking for the right amplifier to take its performance up another level. What do you think about me becoming a messenger? My arts would fit right in. I was born to be one, wasn't I? Becoming a messenger is about more than just putting together a transmitter. You got to take exams, right? Don't worry, they used to call me Rey de los Tests back home. What does that mean? It means I'm really good at tests. Let's get back on topic. It's not a common model, but I could try to get one for you, if you can wait. Sure, I'll be around. That's it then. I'll be back later. Attention, attention. This is an emergency public service announcement. Serious face there. Who's the letter from? Quiet, give me a second. Yes! Good news! What's the good news? I bet it's got something to do with Elysium. The signature on that letter looks like the messenger that was reassigned to the city a while back. The catastrophe messenger. Elysium's been here a while. He can't stay in that little attic of ours forever. So I wrote a letter, and the catastrophe messenger said Elysium could move into his house. Really? He'd be so gracious? Who are you talking about? What catastrophe messenger? Did we ever have one? Wasn't Elysium saying he could be the town's regular messenger? Well, we used to have a catastrophe messenger. The town gave him a house, hoping to entice him to stay. But you know those types, they won't stay in a backwater like this for long. I'm getting grumpy just thinking about it. See you later. Can't blame them, though. The big cities pay much more than we can. No way for us to stop them. Who cares? We have Elysium. He's given himself a code name. He says the first step to becoming a professional messenger is having a cool code name. He seems serious about it. I hope so. Say, I'm getting a bad feeling. Hey, everybody! Go outside! Look up at the sky! Our catastrophe messenger predicts that a localized catastrophe will take place southwest of the city in a few hours. While the catastrophe is not expected to present a threat to the city, citizens are advised to exercise caution when going outdoors for the next few days. In particular, we strongly advise against traveling to the southwest until further notice. Attention! Attention! Supply routes don't come through the southwest. It shouldn't affect your thing. Here's the deposit. I'll be back. Just get that item for me. Hey, where are you going? The race against a catastrophe! Going back now means taking a massive risk. Elysium can't help but ask himself, is he really that attached to the town? Hard to say. Probably not so much that he should risk his life for it. He's only been there a few months. But he also understands that he can't just stand by and watch. Can't just wait for the storm to pass. And there's no point in thinking about what he can't do. He needs to focus on what he can do. Mom, I'm scared of that big cloud in the sky. Don't be scared. We'll go and find Dad. Was that an earthquake? What do we do? Help! I'm trapped under this frame! I can't move my leg! I'm coming! Hang on! What's going on? Catastrophe! Catastrophe! It was like this the last time! We need to run! As far and as fast as we can! Ah! Look out! Whoa! That was a perfect rescue, wasn't it? A judge would have given that 10 out of 10. What do you think? Elysium, you're hurt! What are you doing here? Didn't you go into town? That? Just a scratch. I heard through the grapevine that someone needed my help. Alright, I came back because I heard on the radio that this area might get hit by a catastrophe. How's that? Pretty selfless if I do say so myself. You fool! Idiot! Why did you come back? Wait, why are you yelling at me? Save the jokes! Now's not the time! Tell everyone to get ready to move. This sword type of catastrophe will be on top of you before you know it. We don't have much time. But where do we go? Leave that to me. I'm an expert at surviving in the wilderness. Stay close to me. Don't get separated. Originium levels in the atmosphere will increase sharply in the presence of a catastrophe, and the wind might be carrying active originium particles. Keep yourself covered, especially any wounds. But you just got hurt. Don't worry, I have a secret weapon. Well, how about that? Those meds I got are gonna come in handy. Let's hope they're the real deal. Just hold on! We're almost there! Lock and bolt the door. Alright, we'll be safe for now. Is this an underground shelter? Yes, an abandoned one. I never knew about this place. How did you find it? I'm rather adept at pathfinding, let me tell you. I mapped this entire area with my own 2 feet. There's nothing here I don't know about, including shelters that have been abandoned for years. Now please, shower me in praise. Huh? Oh, you're amazing, Elysium. Yep, keep going. I know you got more in you. Well, we definitely owe you one. So we should just wait? We left in such a hurry that we didn't have time to bring a lot of supplies. How long will we be in here? Until the catastrophe passes and things return to normal outside, at least. Some catastrophes like this tend to go as quickly as they come.
I don't want to think about what might have happened if you didn't come back.
You're welcome. But we should make a plan for future emergency. This shelter is pretty old. It's taken a beating. I wouldn't have picked it if there were crystal clusters going from the ground. But fortunately, that's not the case this time.
There's just nothing we can do about catastrophes. If we had some sort of advance warning, at least.
Don't get too down on me, bro. That's exactly what I've been working on all this time.
That's good news. What are you fiddling with?
Just some machines. Imagine that I'm yelling out in a radius of a few clicks that we need help here! It might not be useful right now, but it never hurts to be prepared. The Earth's shaking! How long is this gonna last? Ah! What was that noise? Sounds like something fell. I'll go take a look. The Liberi passes through the crowd of townsfolk crammed into this dark shelter. A panicking mother holds her child tightly in her arms. The elderly sit in a corner like a row of wrinkled statues. Elysium can hear the occasional sob. There seems to be fewer people here than he thought there would be. He tries not to think about it. He looks at the source of the sound. Above them is the door that they came in from. A little bit of dirt drops in with every vibration. He gets a bad feeling. Liberi extends his hand. Then he stops, stunned. The door has been blocked by fallen rocks and can no longer be opened.
We can't get out? How could this... Don't panic. Just a little hitch in the plan. We'll dig our way out.
Relax, everyone. We still have my transceiver, and I've already sent out a distress signal. All we have to do is wait. Really? That's great! The range is limited without an amplifier, though. I need to think of a way. I didn't manage to take the medicine either. Now my injured shoulder is starting to feel numb. We were in the ash ring for a while. I had wrapped it in cloth, but that's not exactly enough. Seriously? Just my luck. Well, maybe that's not so bad, given the situation. Things seem to have calmed down. Good news! It looks like the catastrophe has passed.
Any news?
Not yet, but I'm happy to report that I've achieved a breakthrough in the transmission range. Help should be here soon now that the catastrophe is over.
I hope so.
Your wound looks worse. What about that secret weapon of yours? Well, it's not time to use it yet. Don't worry, I'll use it when I have to. When I have to.
How many layers of dirt are up there? We're not getting through. We can't hold out much longer without food and water. Are you hearing anything?
Settle down. We should save our strength if there's no way through.
How are we supposed to settle down? You've been sending that signal for ages, with no response. No one's coming to help us. We're gonna starve to death here.
We might be able to get help if we can contact a nearby nomadic city.
That piece of junk doesn't have the range!
Right, which is where I come in. Everybody, listen up! Keep your distance from me.
Keep our distance? What do you mean?
Well, I mean what I said. Give me space. Don't come close. How many days have we been here? I don't think I can hold on.
Just a bit longer! How long do we have to wait? I've got this! I'm beaming a transmission out there! We're done for. We were always doomed, whether we stayed up there or came down here. Don't say that! Almost. We made it this far. Come on, don't disappoint me, pharmaceutical company. The wound's swollen. Maybe festering, and I'm hurting all over. Like that time I got run over by the contraption in Rimbilliton. Worse, actually. My arts are getting more powerful, though it aches when I use them. Is this how it feels to get oropathy? Looks like I won't get to use those meds after all.
What's that sound? Hey! I got the response!
Response?
Yes! A station heard me and responded! You hear me! Hold on! Someone's coming!
It's here, right? How the heck did that signal find us? Is Rhodes Island so well known already? We'd only just gotten started. Captain, we're reading vital signs below. Ready to dig.
Welcome! Oh, it's you, Elysium.
Morning, folks! It's been a while. Nice to see that the rebuilding is going well.
Yeah, all thanks to you. We wouldn't have made it otherwise.
That's great! I'm glad I worked so hard. Just simple houses to protect us from the elements. Nothing complicated. Where have you been?
Me?
A bunch of nice people who don't look so nice dragged me away to treat my sickness. I've never seen a doctor so scary, I tell you. Your sickness.
Well, have a seat. I'll pour you a drink.
Oh, there's no need for that. I'll be going in a moment. I just wanted to come back and say goodbye, because I'm leaving. You're leaving? But you said... Oh, the messenger thing. Sorry about that. I guess I just wanted to see the world, you know? Like they say, don't put a foul beast in a cage. Well, however the saying goes.
But we haven't thanked you for saving our lives yet.
Yeah, it's just a little sickness. It's no big deal.
If you're leaving because you're infected...
It's okay. I hear you. But people will get scared if there's an infected living in town. They won't want to talk. We're not scared. I know. There's always a risk, though. But... Oh, don't give me that look. It's not so bad. You remember Rhodes Island? The people who dug us out of that hole? I'm going with them. They're going to keep treating me. Things don't get any better than that.
Can they cure your sickness?
Well, I don't know.
Will you come back?
Of course. I'll drop by when I get some free time. Where are you going now? Well, I'm not sure. I guess I'll go with the Rhodes Islanders for a while. I think this is the beginning of a beautiful journey. Alright then.
Wow. Loving the accent you're giving when reading Elysium lines, by the way. First time hearing it. Thank you, Rindell. I appreciate it. We started the Aegir arc, fish arc, so I've had to try to get somewhat of a close enough Iberian accent. Beautiful journey, huh? How to Catch a Bird, Rhodes Island style. And that's how we got here. It's funny, because I remember in a different operator record, he was saying he was one of the earliest, so that's interesting. I set her up to watch Telemundo's stream. I tried to listen to a lot of, Gloria, Modern Family, and, oh my gosh, I forget the other actress. I am losing that completely. I don't know. It's not perfect, but it's, Penelope Cruz, thank you. Thank you. Yes, don't know if it's perfect, but you know what? It's better than nothing, so we're going with it. Alright. Shout out to Taka for recommending that one. True! Shout out to Midnight for recommending that one! Perfect or not, we appreciate the effort in doing it in the first place. Thank you! I am glad to hear that. I'm going to suffer as we keep moving across Terra. What chapter are you on, by the way? You ready for the next event with the requirement being chapter 10 to do it? No, I am not, unfortunately. Have not started Act 2 yet. The plan of the HR department is to... I've gone through Act 1, and then the plan is to sort of travel across Terra a bit, and then go into Act 2. So I've gone through the Kajimesh arc. We are currently in Aegir. Then I have to go to Laterano. And then we'll be going to Kierag. So we still have a while to go. But so I'm currently in 2 out of 4 mini arcs before we hit Act 2. You're currently doing chapter 10? Don't tell me anything, please. Do not tell me anything. HR works so hard to keep me spoiler-free. You just gotta do the rerun next time? Probably. We went to the jungle, too. That is true, but that was in the middle of Act 1. We took a little bit of a sidestep. Little mini vacation there. The thing is, like, we decided on doing this order thing very late in the game. So there's things that we probably would have changed if I had known what we were doing sooner. But now we're on track to be doing things very, very efficiently, and I thank HR constantly for how much work they put into this. No worries, I didn't spoil anything. I'm behind you in a lot of stuff too. I mean, if you just went straight into the main story, then yeah, you're probably not caught up on the side stories and vice versa, right? But still, happy to have you either way. We keep her from spoilers by locking her up underground with no internet and releasing her only during streams. I don't think doing the new event that comes up is the right choice in any case. It requires a lot of previous Rhine Lab event knowledge. Ah, okay, noted. Basically, what happens when it comes to event stuff is, I'm allowed to do the stages in most cases. I just have to make sure to skip story, and I never do the boss stage. So, for example, with Port Story right now, I can do up to stage 9, and I skip the story completely. And then, yeah, on the one hand, I will never get any medals, but on the other hand, that's fine. It's just, you know, that's a 6 years late type of thing, so it's okay. I just complete what's needed and go back later to read. That's fair. But yeah, that's kind of the way we're doing it so far, and I think it's working fine. And you know, there's still a lot of people who enjoy the story reading and everything, so that's great. I'm very grateful for you guys. Medals don't do anything. You can never get them all now anyway, so meh. I feel the same way about them. Yeah, exactly. We appreciate your sacrifice. Yeah, medals are never gonna be a thing that I can get, so when it comes to like the medal arrangement thing, I just grab the ones that are like the prettiest or most meaningful. Like, I kept the Portatori one because I like how it has all of the different animals in it. And then I kept some of the, main Act 1 ones so that they are front and center. Don't bring that back! There will be a first event where you will earn all of them in the future. Yes, someday. Someday I will be able to do that. Maybe it'll be like Otto or something, I don't know. Embrace Executor, it's funny. Or IS. IS also has medal sets. That's good to know. I'm kind of fine just making a big collage of random medals right now. I think that what's frustrating is when you go into the medal thing and it basically just has like 2 filled in and then the rest are empty and it'll always look like that forever. That's a little frustrating, but it's okay. Love Laterano arc? That will be after Fish arc. We have a long way to go through Fish arc. We're gonna be continuing Fish arc on... Yeah, we got through everything, oh my gosh. It's a little late, but we got through everything. So I believe that means that we are going to start the second piece of Fish arc. First Skierag, then Laterano? Oh, I thought it was the other way around for some reason. Wait, we get to see Pram sooner, yay! Operator Story Medal Challenge, there you go! My completionist side makes it frustrating. Yeah. You got retracing steps, sad you can't get the old medals. I know! I understand why they do it, but like, oof. The fun part of the Fish arc? Wasn't this already the fun part for you guys? After you finish Fish arc, I'm locking you in the lore room with WZ so we can yap a lot about the Limbus Arknights collab. How many places do you need to lock me? I swear. Fish event 2. Fish event 2. Oh boy. Alright. Stoltifera's the fun part. I don't think I like the fact that you guys say that. I'm not really sure how much I want to trust that. Alright. You know what? I'm seeing a lot of things getting deleted by mods, so, I think that maybe we should, maybe, like, wrap things up a little bit, I guess. Guys, no spoilering, and no hints with spoilering, because hinting gets deleted by mods too. Hinting gets deleted by mods too. I'm letting you know that now. If you hint, if you think you're being clever, if you think you're being sneaky, that gets deleted as well. So please no hinty. Alright? We get to it when we get to it. Alright. Yes. Please do not reveal anything. Gosh. Okay, one thing that you guys need to keep in mind is that because I go through everything very natively on stream, any little silly hint I get will live rent-free in my head for every single day I'm not streaming. And in the worst cases, it's stuff I know won't be for, like, way later, and it will live rent-free in my head, like, for months or years. So please don't tease things. Please. I have enough that constantly lives rent-free in my head that really shouldn't, frankly. So, Please don't add more. I gave MG a gun and free license to kill. Fair enough. Alright. Oh my gosh, okay. We are going to wrap it up there. If you've not yet joined the Discord, please consider joining the Discord. I know some of you guys are mainly stream lurkers, that is totally fine. But if you want to join the Discord, if you want to join our community, consider doing so. We would love to have you. It's the best way to get notified when I go live, because YouTube and Twitch can be unreliable. If you haven't yet, definitely consider subscribing on YouTube or following it on Twitch. Although, I don't know what's going on with Twitch. Depends on what happens with Stream Elements. That is remaining to be seen. We will continue the fish arc on Tuesday, I suppose. Oh boy. Fun for you guys, not necessarily for me. Alright. With that being said, I hope you all have a fantastic rest of your day, evening, or night, wherever you may be in the world or the many worlds beyond. And well, thank you so much, and all the best.